Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the brightest place on earth. Oh my god, that's so loud. Oh god. I'm a streamer, I swear. I hope you're doing well. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Oh my god, did I get the day right? Holy shit. I think I did. Good morning and I hope you're doing well. I completely lost track of time this morning and I apologize for being a little late. I don't know. I actually woke up on time. I think not running is fucking my head up. I haven't run since COVID because my lungs still burn just like walking and breathing. So that might be it. I don't know. My brain is dying. It yeets when I hurt. Dude, it hurts when I yeet. Yeet has a great username. There's some amazing usernames out there, man. If I would have fucking known that I was gonna like, I started streaming Twitch to make friends to play ESO. Like that was it. If I knew, oh my god. Oh my god, it's the trailer for the but it's the last season. Oh no, PDO. I just got really emotional about that. I gotta rewatch it all now. Again. I had to explain to my nephew that telling him to eat with their mouth closed and not fucking slurp is not yucking their yum. Like, yeah, some weirdos enjoy eating sounds. Some people also enjoy cam girls and boys. We are all disgusted if we see someone jack off in public. It's bad manners. Man, they said it was yucking their yum. That's fucking great. Man, my parents were so weird about like not weird, but very into table manners, I would say. Table manners were a big deal in our house. And like elbow on the table, you'd get a stab in the arm. Chew with your mouth open, finger in the mouth. Like it was just sit up straight kind of thing. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Last it's the last season of Letterkenny. Ghetto, did you watch have you seen Letterkenny? Hold on, let me pause the music. Letterkenny is a perfect show. Actually, I think literally one of the songs from the latest season of Letterkenny was one of my top listened to songs on my Spotify wrap up. It's such a good show. If you've never seen Letterkenny, I know. Well, that Letterkenny is over with. This is the last season of that, and I'm fucking sad about it. It's such a good show. Ookie spooky. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it anus swings
for so fucking long.
I appreciate you. Hail the Dank Lord and thank you. Rage, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Dude, right? I love the quippy dialogue in Letterkenny and Shorzy is just off the charts. Fucking great. It's so good. There's an alert somewhere on my computer. I'll have to find it of Zach like doing the fuck you, Shorzy, blah 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 somewhere. It's just such a good show. But yeah, they officially announced the last season a few months ago, and now it's the trailer, and I'm sad. It's such a good show. Good morning, Reasonable. Okay, okay, good, good, ghetto. I mean, you never, there's a lot of people who literally have not heard of Letterkenny. And I don't know how. Like, it's definitely a Canadian show, but it's pretty fucking big here. Crispy, thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving a fucking anus its wings. Please go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And fucking thank you. Take your joy. Have my family sound like that. See, I grew up like on the border of Canada. So, I'm really familiar with the language and speak, and, like, we grew up going to hockey games and shit like that, but they go so much deeper. Like, I don't even where did this do you guys know where Letterkenny technically is in Canada? Like, where they I don't think it's a real town, but, like, where are they technically up there? I don't know. I think they're pretty far up, though. Oh, it's the cold open for the first episode of the last season? Oh, shit. I'm so nervous. Let's do this together. I'm excited and nervous. I don't think it dipped in joke quality lately. Like they leaned far too hard into repeating each other's lines. The last I still love it. Like it's still a great show, but I know exactly what you mean. Like it definitely has it kind of feels like it's run its course a little bit, like repeating jokes a little bit or like I wasn't too like it was funny the last season like the what was it? It was like a beauty what did they do? It was like a beauty contest, but it was like the grossest thing you could like the grossest woman thing. It was okay, it was funny, but it didn't feel very Letterkenny. I guess. But it's still great. Like, I am still here for the show. The show's still phenomenal. Let's watch this cold open. I'm nervous. It's, it's gonna be wondrous. That shit, it doesn't make any sense. It's great. I love the McMurrays so much. Fuck, dude, that was great. I'm so excited. Oh, Strum, have you been? Oh man, I love when we show a Letterkenny clip or something, and people are like, "The fuck is this?" Because that means I get to talk about Letterkenny and try to talk you into watching it. Oh my god, Letterkenny is a great show. If you've never seen it, it's fucking phenomenal. It's so goddamn funny. I don't know how to explain it. It's, I've funny. But the last season was announced, and that was the cold open for the last season. It's a great show. Please give it a watch. I'm loading a bowl and I'm cheersing with you. Give me 1 second. That is the cold open for the 12th season. If you've never seen Letterkenny though, please invest your time. It's so funny. The writing in it is off the charts. There's actually a spin-off show that's been created called Shoresy now. So, Letterkenny's ending, Shoresy's still going. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking embarrassing. If you've never seen Letterkenny and you go watch it, I guarantee you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is where Katie gets half of what she says out loud." Allegedly. And that's what I appreciate about you, Katie. Also, one of the main characters is named Katie. How the fuck can you not like it? Come on, Katie's never used. Go for it. Get it. Oh, it's too close to Canadian life. I feel that. There's some shows like that are too real. Like, I tried to watch The Bear, which is like that show that everybody calls each other chef constantly. To be fair. Yeah, constantly. B-Tree. Thank you so much for summing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings for so fucking long. I appreciate you. I grabbed that Aurora song. Hold on. Aurora's a goddess. Though, right? Like, what is it? What? How? The things that she does with her voice don't seem real or possible. She really is a fairy goddess. If you don't know who Aurora is, like, she's not my normal genre I would listen to, but I definitely listen to her regularly because her voice is just out of this fucking world. Yeah. Dude Gun, yes. The when they're trying to oil the eggs or whatever. Motherfucker doesn't respect Canadian gooses. That's all I gotta say about that. You got to see it live, Super? Oh, I'm so jealous. That's so fucking cool. It's so good, and the people are just hilarious, and I love them. Japita, good morning. Yeah, you gotta watch Letterkenny if you've never seen it. Um, Before we watch this video, this Aurora's amazing. You're gonna die. You're not gonna die, but if you've never heard Aurora, her voice is off the charts. It's seriously like it's not like, like a Beyonce or like a Whitney Houston. It's just a very unique. Her voice is fucking magical. She sounds like a dryad in the woods of like Sweden. We've actually watched her sing a few times with oh god, what's that band called? Wardruna, I think. She like did a really cool kind of once in a lifetime concert thing where Wardruna and they were like in the side of a mountain in a cave, and they used the cave acoustics to sing and play the music. It was fucking amazing. The macaroni nudes? No. I didn't see nudes of a macaroni noodle. But anyways, thought before I forget. I was watching oh my god, I can't remember her name. She's a trans YouTuber and I fucking love her. You guys introduced me to her. What is her name? Stephanie something. Fuck, hold on. She's great. You would love her. I just want to give credit where credit's due. Stephanie Sterling? Used to be Jim Sterling? Yes, Stephanie Sterling. That's her name, right? She's Stephanie. I was just watching her this morning, and I'm just so bad with names. Stephanie Sterling, right? Yeah, she's amazing. And I was watching her. It's like an older video, but it's a video breaking down the fucking Hogwarts Harry Potter game, and like she is a trans person. She is part of the trans community, and she breaks it down really, really logically. But I had a thought this morning because I really hadn't even thought of the Harry Potter game since it came out, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, support the developers," or whatever, and the whole, like, bullshit around supporting a trans hater piece of shit woman. And I think it's hilarious. I think it's fucking hilarious how many people I know personally, streamers and otherwise, who fought so hard to play this game and fought so hard to be like, it's an amazing game. You have to put aside that J.K. Rowling's a part of it. Blah, 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 blah. Not a whisper of that game for the awards. Not a one. The game was not even fucking mentioned. And I just love that a lot. And it just dawned on me because that game, I mean, it just kind of went out into the universe. You know, everybody was like, fuck, we don't care why you're playing it. Go away. You're not an ally. If you can't do literally the bare minimum, like not giving money to a fucking turf. I thought that was really great. And it gave me a happy feeling to know that Harry Potter game was just like completely forgotten. Because fuck that bitch. Trans women are women, trans men are men, period. End of story. They owe us nothing in terms of how they outwardly appear or act, period. That's it. That's my opinion. If you disagree, you can fuck off. But I think it's hilarious how many people decided to die on the hill of that fucking turf game. And it wasn't even sniffed at. It just totally, I mean, literally, it popped into my brain recently because I think it's a part of the Black Friday sale or something. It was on Steam and it popped up, and I was like, oh my God, I fucking forgot about that game. And then I had that thought, and I was like, wow, I know a lot of people who borderline tried to destroy their own careers, like just to play this game that, I mean, you know. Side note though, if you go on YouTube and search Jim Sterling, that is Stephanie Sterling. Her account is still Jim Sterling, but Stephanie Sterling's amazing. She's like, used to be in dev, worked in game companies and stuff, and now she makes videos like tearing apart the game industry and talking about the layoffs and stuff. She's really fucking smart. I very much enjoy her. Yeah. Is it being re-released? I walked by a game store. I think it's the Black Friday thing. I think they're just trying to push it because I saw it. It's like on the top of my Steam profile and shit like that. It's just everywhere. I don't know. Maybe because it's. I don't know if other people felt this way, but back when before Harry Potter made me feel like garbage watching it, I used to Harry Potter the movies felt very much like Christmas movies to me. So I would always watch them around Christmas, and I don't know if that's because they. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because they have Christmas in the movie every time, but they felt like Christmas movies to me. So maybe it's because of the season, like gifting and shit like that. One of my trans friends sent me a meme that said, quote, women with dicks are like pineapples on pizza. It's actually really good, but a lot of people are bitches about it.
Fucking cheers to that. That, I forgot to cheers. That's incredible. Oh my god. Fuck off.
I love that so much. I like pineapple on pizza. People are haters. Cheers. They are. They're wondrous. They're magical. They make you feel magical. There's usually like snow. It's always kind of cold or whatever in the movies. So they felt like Christmas movies. I bet that's what it is. Cheers. Man, this strain makes me cough. It's not even that high. It allegedly. It says it's only 18.03% THC, but man. Good morning, JJ. We're about to experience a new. This was literally dropped 24 hours ago, so I'm really excited. This is a new Aurora song. You got the Canadian Goose. Yes. Oh, the tab crashed. No. Restore it. Give it. I got it. I literally click it and it just fucking crashes tab. Not today. Not today, computer. Okay, comedian who is a little bit older, blonde, female, big old boobs, had her own show for a while. Help me. I love her. She's single, loves to talk about how she has no kids, and I'm just having a really hard time. She made a really good Instagram post today about Dolly Parton because someone tried to go after Dolly Parton on Twitter, and it was so fucking poignant, and I'm just not Amy Schumer. Oh my God, what is her name? She like guest hosts a lot of the night shows and stuff like that. Oh, it's right on the tip of my dick. I can see her face. She's super sarcastic. Oh, she's like in her 40s. Fuck, what is her name? Oh my God. Uh, it's right there. It's right. I like almost see it. Yes, someone went after Dolly, and this comedian stands up for her. She's, oh my God. She used to have a little sidekick named Chewy. Why do I remember Chewy's name? She had like a little person. Chelsea Handler! Fuck! Thank you. Thank you, Might Still. Fuck my brain. Chelsea Handler. Thank you. I really wanted to show you guys because it's great. I hate my brain sometimes. That I mean, she's hilarious. Chelsea Handler's a legend. Thank you so much. Yes. I shit you not. I don't know who did it, but some dumb bitch goes after Dolly Parton on Twitter apparently very recently and says like 70-year-olds shouldn't be prancing around on stage in skimpy clothes. Something like that. You'll see it. Hold on. Chelsea. It was on Instagram. I wonder if that's where I have to look for it. Fuck. Hold on. It's so worth it. I love seeing bitches stand up for each other. Like women standing up for women gives me such a boner. Uh, this keyboard is so loud. Good morning, Cleve. Go to Chelsea. I found it. Okay. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy. No. Oh, I hate that when things autoplay and you can't like go back. Fuck, that's so annoying. So I apologize. It played like 1 second of it, but I that's what are you gonna do? It's the internet. There's nothing I can do. Her amusement park caught fire and she took care of all of her employees. I'm not shocked at all. She's an incredible. Ooh, I'm gonna grab that link. Oh my god, Uki, I almost missed it. Yeah, it's some bitch, but you are digging, man. You are digging. Yep, poor Betty White. I know. Oh, there's sirens. My dogs might howl. Okay, we're good. We will all be apologetically tits out. Age means nothing as long as you're comfortable in your skin. Do what you want. It's so. I mean, the ageist shit is just bullshit. It's. I don't have words for it. How grossed out I was when I saw that. The fact that a human being would try to go after Dolly Parton. I can't with it. It hurts me in my brain. Right? If you have a problem with Dolly, you have a problem with me, and I suggest you let that one marinate. Yeah, I can't with that. Evening, is it okay for me to join in with my moves out? Absolutely. All body parts are welcome as long as you're keeping them, don't go to the mall naked. You'll get arrested. Like, don't do that. I'm not supporting that, but like, you know what I mean. Yeah, Dolly always has been and still is a complete smoke show. And like it's crazy that she's not only literally a goddess in terms of being a smoke show, but she has a heart of gold. She literally has a heart of gold. I mean, nobody's perfect, but man, does she do a lot of good things for the world. I mean, if you even quantify, she's donated over 2 million books. What does a book cost on average? $10 ish these days? $20 million for kids to read. Like, what the fuck has that person on Twitter done for the world in any way, shape, or form ever? I can't believe she has a theme park. That's amazing. I'm surprised we're not all tits out right now. All of you should be tits out. If you don't have a camera on, you be tits out. I would if I could. Like, Twitch just hates nipples. What are you gonna do? Yep, consensual in private, adults, all the obvious things. I smoke on my porch in boxers and no shirt, and I fully embrace the lack of shame. Let these movies fly free. You should, honestly. I am in full support of bodies. I think it's really, really fucked up that we've like. I was just who was I think I was talking to I was talking about this to my sister. I think recently, but it's like I came to this realization that we were, like subconsciously, consciously, whatever, kind of brainwashed to think we have to look like people, the models, like in magazines and shit like that. But in reality, those are the freaks. And that's no shade. Like, they're beautiful. But, like, in terms of, like, what's normal and what's, like, attainable of a body, they're the freaks. We're normal. We are the normal. But you know what I mean? They're photoshopped. They're fucking smoothed out. Every crease line. I mean, do you remember the mascara ads from when we were kids? It would show, like, a mascara wand and then these digitally created eyelashes that touch their fucking scalp. Like, it's all a lie. It's so fucked up. Ooh, you get to build Corvettes? Dude, mad. Fuck yes. Her husband's the luckiest man on the planet. Dude, right? I mean, come on. I'm testicles out. Does that count? Yeah, absolutely. Body, I mean, whatever you feel. out. Yes, 100%. I prefer being bundled up, so not me. I wish. I hate clothes. They make me feel claustrophobic. I'm sitting here in a pair of underwear on an open robe. That counts, right? 100. Dude, you're doing the Ribier. You're rocking a Ribier today. I do that quite often. It's my favorite way to be because I can just like close it to open the door and let the dogs out, and then the second the door's closed, I'm like, titties, because my house, my rules. Ooh, let me grab it. Hold on. I was moving links over. Thank you for reminding me. They're I mean, it's all Photoshop nonsense. It's just and then like I don't know if anybody else this is me personally. I've always had hangups about my body my whole life. And I remember when, a lot of I guess the public went after these companies and were like, you gotta stop photoshopping, you gotta stop using fake shit because our kids are getting fucked up. They all have eating disorders, etc. So there was companies like American Eagle, etc., who were like, okay, we're gonna use real models, real people who were like had some body fat on them, but they'd still airbrush the fucking shit out of them, so they didn't have a cellulite or a body hair or like a jiggle or like a muffin top. I don't know what else to call it. Like there was just no reality to it. So then it made us feel even shittier because it's like, oh, so you're saying like even with a normal body, I don't match what you need or what I'm supposed to be or something like that. I don't know. That shit would it still pisses me off because I still have yet to see like just real bodies. And I've seen a lot of fucking bodies. I know what a real body looks like, and it ain't nothing in a magazine. No shit. It's called Dollywood, and it's awesome. You've actually been there? Oh, I love that. I honestly had no idea she had a theme park until recently. But why have things like empathy and critical thinking when hate and conspiracy can bring you big bucks and attention? Isn't that sad? You took your little guy to Dollywood? Oh my god, did he love it? Balls out, tits out, bellies out, backs out, whatever you feel like. Whatever you fucking feel like. Dolly Parton interviews are great. She's such a kind person. I love that she's been doing a lot of music lately, like collaborations with people. She's done some sorry, I'm so burpy. She's done some incredible collaborations with Kelly Clarkson that like they redid 9 to 5 together and it breaks my heart. Like they kind of like if you've ever heard 9 to 5 Dolly Parton the original, it's very kind of upbeat and poppy, but when she does it with Kelly Clarkson, they start out slow and kind of like melancholy and then speed the song up and it gives a whole new fucking feeling to that song. I never felt like the message of that song until I heard it like that. It's great. Beauty is extremely subjective. Extremely subjective, 100%. I mean, I've read like books on makeup and like makeup theory and shit like that and they talk about, how theoretically what we tend to find attractive as humans is symmetry. We love a symmetrical face. I don't. I've always found like, like celebrities, big end celebrities and shit like very boring to look at unless they've got like a broken nose or a scar or something going on. I find them extremely boring to look at. It's like staring at beige because it's symmetrical, but I guess that's like it's like a safety net in our brains, I guess. Something like that. There's a mental thing about it. It's very weird, but I've never been into that. I like a cool like a extreme feature, a big nose, a scar, something like that. It gives character to a face. And I've never like just the perfect symmetry that, they present in stars and shit has never been really attractive. It's like you wanna look at it because it almost looks like a freak, I guess. You're like, "Oh, that's weird. How did a face do that?" Because it's just so unreal. Magnissimo, my love. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Happy hump day. I honestly, I loved when, Tom Cruise is a psycho, we all know that. But when he had his crooked teeth, I'm very pro crooked tooth. Even with the straighter teeth, he still only has 1 tooth in the middle, which is super weird. But I preferred him with his crooked teeth. I liked him in, like, Legend before he got his fucking teeth fixed. I like a nice crooked tooth, man. I don't know. It gives it, like, is a human, I guess. You look like a human to me. Oh, my folks went to their fantastic grandparents. It was cute seeing them at the theme park spoiling their grandbaby. Is that probably the coolest thing ever? Is it true she wears long sleeves to cover her tattoos? Who? Who? Oh, Dolly Parton? Honestly, I have no idea. Does she have tattoos she covers up? Does anybody know? I really don't know. Symmetry tells our reptilian brains that the person has good, healthy genes that we should pass on to our children. I believe that. Yep, it's got to be something inherently in our heads, right? Something like subconscious. Sad beige clothes for sad beige children. I'm just not a pro beige. I prefer unique features. I'm not into the Barbie vibe. Like Jennifer Grey before the nose job, me, same. You know, she never got a job after that. After she had her nose job, she never got another, like, she never got a big acting job ever again, which is heartbreaking. Because someone made her feel so shitty about her face that she paid someone to cut it open and, like, chisel it away. That is fucked up. I can't imagine. I hope people in her life felt shitty. Yeah, no one reckoned she had nothing unique about her anymore. Without, like, her nose, I guess. I don't even know if I've ever seen her post nose job. But rather taking notes. Pre-Scientology Tom Cruise. Yeah, before he fixed his teeth, I thought it was cute. I think the way your brain processes visions has to do with it too. Like your eyes are the only sense with double crossover. Both sides of your brain process both inputs, which none of the rest of your stereo senses do. Our eyes actually do so much work. You're totally right. It's really crazy. Like actually, our eyes, like everything's actually upside down, and our eyes invert it so it looks right side up for us. It's very weird. Eyes do a lot of work. Your brain does a lot of work with what your eyes are delivering to it. I don't know if Dolly Parton has tattoos. I've never heard that. You're pro crooked teeth. Mine are wicked crooked. I have two that stick out over my two middle front teeth. 100%. I'm pro just you, a human. And I feel I don't, this is just my personal opinion, but it's like the more we start to look perfect, the less human. It's like almost uncanny. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to like LA, the chiclet teeth everywhere. Everyone has veneers. I swear to God. I've never felt like I had yellow teeth in my life until I went to LA for the first time when I was like in high school. And I was like, oh my God, do I have yellow teeth? No, they have blue teeth because they're not teeth, they're porcelain. But it made me feel really shitty about my teeth. And I, like, for a while wouldn't smile with my mouth open because of one experience seeing all these perfect teeth. Like, it really fucks you up, but it's not real. It's unattainable and not real. That's why it looks weird because nobody has blue teeth. Oh, she does have tattoos. She's talked about them over the years, but she's never showed them as far as I can. Oh, I wonder what they are. Eliza, I almost missed that. I wonder. I'm very curious now. Hold up, let me move it over. I've got a couple links. I just was talking. Stop. Jennifer Grey's married to the guy who played Coulson in the Avengers. Who's Coulson? I didn't really like the Avengers, so I haven't seen it more than once. JJ, I loved Dee Antwoord until they became fucking psychopath sexual offender weirdos. Like, I don't I don't even want to talk about what they've done. They're fucking nuts. But I did really like their music. They had some fucking bangers. Yep, Yolandi's the little blonde freak with the bopping body. Mm-hmm. Yep. My dentist keeps trying to get me to go to the orthodontics to fix them. I'm not sure I want to, and he keeps pushing me for it. I mean, I had braces as a kid. Um, in my opinion, if your teeth aren't like there are I don't know how to say this, like crooked teeth where it like holds your mouth open, for instance. So like if your front teeth push out so much that your lips are always parted, you're going to have bad dental health because your mouth's going to be dry. The vast majority of the reason meth heads' teeth fall out is because they have a dry mouth and then they grind their teeth. But saliva is the number one protector for your mouth. So that's the only reason I could see like medically needing it. But if you're fine with your teeth, like if they're not interfering with your health, teeth brush if you brush your teeth, you're fine. Like just brush your fucking teeth. In my opinion, I like braces obviously didn't do anything for me because a horse stepped on my face, but they did keep my teeth in my face, which is nice. Eliza, we've been watching some fucking good shit today. Coulson is the guy Loki stabs and kills. I very vaguely remember that. I can't put a face to it, but I remember the stabbing. Yep, I found out they're gross as fuck and it broke my heart. That happens to a lot of people. Yep, they went off the deep end, but they had some fucking bangers. Yeah. Um, I can't remember the name of the song. There was a really popular one that I loved the music video for. Me too. And they still, like, even though I liked some of their music, even before they became, like, problematic, or became problematic, even before we discovered they were problematic or whatever, there were some of, like, Cookie Thumper. Do you remember Cookie Thumper? I watched it and I was like, Yolandi's so hot, but this gives me really uncomfortable vibe. Like, a lot of their music gave me these vibes of, like, mm, it's a banger, but yeah, right? It's a good song, and then you watch the music video and you're like, wait, is this about like a creepy drug dealer like trying to fuck a 12-year-old? What's happening here? I think you're freaky and I like you a lot. No, it's the boom boom one where she has the tiny skirt on. Something, something, boom, boom, ting, ting, that one. That one was pretty good. Fatty Boom Boom, that one. Yeah, I really liked that song. Yep. That one. Very addicting. And they like did a funny like Lady Gaga spoof at the beginning of the music video. It was fucking hilarious. And then they got like, not even questionably problematic, like fucking weird. You can go read about it on your own. It's not okay. It's like borderlining the situation where Woody Allen like married his adopted daughter. It's fucking weird. Cheers to not any of that. Zach and I were just talking about the Marilyn Manson shit last night. I don't even know why that came up. But we were talking about that while we were cooking dinner last night. We were both just like, dude, there's so many artists that were like defining of our youth, like Marilyn Manson and shit like that. And one of his songs will come on and you'll start to bob to it and then you're like, ah, fuck yeah, he's a fucking rapist. Elwood, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings. I don't know if I didn't hear it or what, but I blacked out. Thank you, and I appreciate you. Oil and eggs, is it? It's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's gross. I hate that. It's the thing for many animals when it comes to land management, that they'll kill them. Honestly, Zucrayon, that's what I would say. Like, maybe just golf somewhere else. You can golf anywhere. Come on. Fuck, I'm burpy today. My stepdad owns a property with a small lake, and he will routinely take the eggs and throw them in the lake. I know I'm like a big tree-hugging hippie animal lover, but that's not normal to just like murder animals for no apparent reason, right? Like, he could take those eggs and eat them, at least. Fucking what? Yep, I know. Isn't it like Panic at the Disco? Like, fucking creep. Fucking creep. And I loved their music. I took my sister to one of their concerts when I was in high school for a birthday present. We loved them. Another fucking creep. Jared Leto, a fucking creep. And it's just like, fuck, come on. I know artists are weird, but Jesus Christ. Brandon Urie is a fucking weirdo. Yeah, and it sucks. I know. I've watched I almost didn't believe, like, not that I didn't believe it, but I hadn't seen anything like big news, like, ooh, big creepy people. But I literally I watched a few people talk about the situation with him, and there's actually like video and audio footage of him on stage at one of his concerts saying like, after this show today, I'm gonna fuck one of you whether you want it or not. Actually, I like it better when you don't want it. And the crowd just cheers. And I'm like, in what fucking universe is that something we scream on stage to a bunch of adolescent females? I mean, I watched it. It happened. It's not just someone saying this happened. It's fucked. And that's not the beginning. That's not the end all be all, whatever. Like, there's so much more, but like, that was a very definitive, I can't, every time someone says his name, Brandon Urie, that's what comes in my head. I hear him say that immediately. I can hear him say it because I've heard him say it like 3 times in all these little YouTube shorts I watched trying to figure out like what the fuck was the problematic thing he did. Cause I don't know. My sister had a big old wedding for him when we were in high school. He's a fucking weirdo. You annoy me, die, humans. It's like, come on. Kill, relocate population control through causing the animals to be sterile, oiling eggs, etc. People are disgusting. People are a literal fucking plague. So no shit, what Pucky says, it still cracks me up that Letterkenny was originally just a 1-minute sketch on YouTube back in the day. It legitimately was. It was a 1-minute sketch, and who picked it up? Hulu? I think it was Hulu or Peacock. Someone picked it up, and it just blew up. Yep, and Letterkenny's I mean, Shoresy is the spinoff of Letterkenny, which is phenomenal. Letterkenny just announced this is their last season, the 12th season, but Shoresy's still going. I don't know how many seasons we'll probably get out of it, but still going. Oh, it's Crave first, then Hulu. Okay, cool. Thank you. We'll be marathoning. I know, me too. I have to go rewatch all of it now because the new season's coming out. It's truly phenomenal. I mean, and it's just got so many good one-liners, allegedly, that I definitely obsessively quote all the fucking time. It's very good. It's so it I don't wanna say it reminds me of Tarantino, but it's like that same kind of fast, very intelligent dialogue that you almost miss if you're not listening to it. You know what I mean? And the guys are super fucking smart. And I think I really like that too because they're blue collar kind of redneck farmers, but they're actually quite intelligent and I like that. I'm kind of sick of people playing off like just because you work construction or you work on a farm or something, you're an idiot. Like I've told you guys, my stepdad's borderline illiterate and he's one of the smartest people I know. Like none of that it's just allegedly. And that's what I appreciate about you. Here's the best part. I only have to work until 5 p.m. CST today, and then I'm off until Monday. Oh, bitch, you could probably binge it twice, honestly. The episodes are fairly short, but they're great. I mean, I can't even pick a favorite character. I keep trying to think, like, I just love all of them. I don't think there's a character. Oh, I did want to say though, because the last season, I had mentioned this. There's one character in the show, Bonnie McMurray. In the last season, she was so frighteningly thin. I like she looked like she was, like not just, oh wow, she lost a lot of weight, like, oh, she's in a danger zone. She looks like she's gained some weight and looks so much healthier just in that cold open. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but she's just like she was getting I'm not the only one that thought that, right? I mentioned it to Zach and Zach like had to rewind and watch it again. He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I know I used to work in Hopkins and we had to work in the eating disorder clinic, like the psych wards. So I know I kind of have like a sensitivity to it, I guess. But she was looking really, really thin. And there's one thing that happens with people who are suffering from an eating disorder where they're restricting food. I can't remember what the name of it is, but basically when you get so thin that your body has no body fat anymore and it's starting to feed on the muscle, it'll start to feed on your heart. Your body will start to grow insanely long peach fuzz all over as a last ditch attempt to keep you alive. And there were shots in that last season where I could see like an inch of fluff on her body. And it just I don't know. I don't know if I'm just overly sensitive to that kind of stuff because been there, done that. But man, it made me worried for Bonnie because she's so beautiful. She's so fucking funny. It makes me very scared and sad that someone in the world made her feel so shitty about herself that she stopped eating or something. Not that scene, the cold open. Did you see we watched the cold open for do I still have it? Hold up. The cold open was dropped. Do you want to watch it, Pucky? We watched it earlier. That's the one. We'll watch it and you can see she's only like real quick clip in there, but just I looked at her arms and stuff and it just looks like I mean, it's maybe only like 10 pounds, but it's health. She looks healthy again. Like not like she's dying. And I'm so you know, hypersensitive to that shit. uh letter. I got it for you, Puck. I heard bodies eat muscle before fat, but I could be wrong. I'm just a normie. It depends on like it really depends. It depends. It's a complicated process, but essentially when you have zero body fat, like you have brought yourself to the brink of no body fat anymore at all, your body will start to what is it? Cannibalize the muscle in your body. Your heart is a muscle and it will eat your heart. And what's really, really tragic is a number of people who survive eating disorders and recover from eating disorders have a heart attack 5 years later because their body did so much damage eating their heart that their heart can't support their body anymore. It's horrifically sad. But your body, like, it'll eat itself. Ugh, it's so sad. I just want to hug everybody. Like I said, been there, done that. We don't have to talk about it. It's super, super triggering. But I'm happy. It gave me a lot of joy in my soul to just see that it looks like someone maybe said something. I don't know. We all hope that we have someone in our life that we love, that we trust, and who is loving and trusting and honest enough to be like, hey, I'm worried about you. You know what I'm saying? No one wants it when we're in it, but we need it, I guess. Stop! Stop! Autoplay. It's the worst. It's the worst. My dismembered head. We named him at one point, and I can't remember what we named him. Captain something. I don't remember. It wasn't Jim. We would never. There's power in a name. What did we name you? Huh, I'll have to think about it. I don't remember. Like a Hugo? He's severed. I think this is from. Ooh, my bad. I think it's from the game Rune, if I'm not incorrect. I think. Ugh, my shoulder is tight today. Um, but it was definitely a game. Someone in a game sent this to me, and I don't know, but I keep him because I like that part. But we did name him at one point. I don't remember. I asked a friend if they could explain ineffable without words. He sent me a picture of myself. Rude. Ketosis is the burning of fat, though. Is it? I thought ketosis is what happens when you're like in keto, right? It's like your body starts to break down the muscle or. No, ketoacidosis is your body starts to feed on its own fat, right? Because you're not feeding it any more fat, something like that. Catabolysis. Catabolysis. How do you say it? Catabolysis, I think. You're right. That is the word. I have a hard time remembering where the syllables are. Yes, you're right. That is correct. Okay, that's what's happening. Okay. My mom had me on every diet when I was a kid, so I was on keto at one point, but I don't think I was told what the fuck it does. Okay, here it was literally a sniff. Gaylor's hilarious. Honestly, I kind of get that she wasn't in much of the last two seasons because the first half of the show, one of the common themes was like her bar burning down or whatever, right? Like it was constantly getting a new whatever. What's the bar called? Something's. Yeah, she really carried it. She's hilarious. Like when she's running, like her weird run down a road, that's all I need in my life. Like that's enough. Modines. Thank you. Yeah. Gail's phenomenal. She's so like her weird like undulaty shit she does when she's all horny. Oh my god. She deceases me. Yeah, she's fucking great. I'm glad she's in it. I like this guy. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this guy and Wayne write the show, right? Together? McTaggart, you got me there. You got me there. I don't know. Sometimes she's undulating and sometimes she's not. So I don't know. Yeah, they're the one, the producer writer. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're fucking hilarious. They all really look up to her. She doesn't try to upstage anyone, but they're all just in awe of her comedic skill. I mean, have you ever heard her speak normal? Gaylor doesn't sound like Gaylor, like at all. She has like a cute voice, which is so weird. I think she was in. Is she in Schitt's Creek? She's in another sitcom, like a very minor role. I think she's like part of the Jazzagals or something in Schitt's Creek. And she has like kind of a very just pretty, normal, calm voice. And she's a very calm, collected person. It's real weird. Like to see her normal and just speaking versus the Gaylor character is very bizarre. Back to the whole Dolly Parton convo. You know who else is who's smoking in their later years? Elizabeth Hurley and Jennifer Tilly. Wait, who is Jennifer Tilly? Elizabeth Hurley, yes. Tilly sounds familiar. Hold on. Nope. Oh, I fucked it. Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, what is why do I know? What is she's in everything. Chucky's Bride, everything. Oh my god. I feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed. It's the girl she talks like this all the time. Ugh. I can't even do it. I literally can't be nasal like that. Like she's so fucking nasal. It's incredible. Yeah, seriously. You know, one of the things I've noticed I do when watching films or shit, like new movies or films, is I notice celebrities who don't look like they've had a shit ton of Botox done to their face. Not that I have any shade to be thrown for plastic surgery. Like, I am very pro doing what you need to do to feel comfortable with your body, 100%. But I think we've all seen some of those celebrities who had like the first rounds of Botox ever to exist, and now they have those weird moon faces because it just like migrates in their flesh and doesn't dissolve actually. And it's really like, I feel very bad, but there are some, I can't think of one right now. But every once in a while, I'll see like an older female actress or something, and I have like kind of a level of respect when they don't look like this. But I think being in the job and the world they're in drives them to do this because it's like they won't get work unless they do or something. So like I don't blame like I don't I would never throw shade or like try to make like Courtney Cox, very sad. But I think that's one of the first what they found out. I watch a lot of skincare gurus and like makeup people, so they talk about the Botox world and stuff. What they found out is with fillers, any filler you're putting in your face, what they thought was that they would like, fill your cheeks for like 6 months or whatever. You'd have these big, beautiful cheeks. And then what they thought was happening was it would dissolve, like your blood would just wash it away over a certain time, and then you'd go get more filler and etc. What was actually happening is the filler migrates in your body to the place of least resistance. It doesn't actually just naturally dissolve. And once it migrates, you can't inject the dissolver into your face and make it dissolve anymore because it's like integrated into your parts. So these people were like, fill, fill, fill. And then suddenly they'd notice their jaw was getting bigger or like this part of their face was getting bigger. So I think a lot of those stars, like Courtney Cox, I think they were the people to like the first people to go get fillers. I don't want to say just Botox because Botox is very specific. It's something totally different. But like, there's a lot of fillers out there, and I think they were the people who got them first. Which like kudos on them for being ballsy. But man, I don't. I mean, it just sucks. I feel so bad for them. What do you do? What would you do, Madonna? Have you seen Madonna's face? I think she's another one who must have gotten fillers early on because it's like all the characteristics like the cheekbones, everything goes away because their whole face, like all the cheek fat that is loose, and doesn't have jaw under it, that's where all the filler migrates to. Yeah, Madonna, dude. I don't know what's going on there, but someone's gone off the rails. Like the grills and stuff. I don't know. I love Madonna. Like I stand. I just hope someone's around her to be like, "Honey, you okay? I love you. You doing okay?" You know? Because I don't think she is. Low self-esteem, right? And I think that's the world of being like a celebrity like that. Like you're just in it. People are probably tearing you apart literally constantly. Jamie Lee Curtis, though. Yeah. What a fucking smoke show. Dude, Kona, right? I'd rather just take care of my skin and age naturally. Joan Rivers should have been a warning example. I wonder, like, what happens. I mean, I have an aunt who she's a nurse and she went and worked for a plastic surgeon to get discounts. And she is poked, prodded, peeled, lasered. And she looks very, like, inhuman anymore. Her skin's almost like translucent. And I just wonder she's like in her mid 70s now. And I wonder what it's going to be like when she's older. Like, what happens to that kind of, I don't know. I feel like your whole body ages, and if you just do something here to make this not look like it's aging, like the rest of your body is still aging. I don't know. It seems odd. Going under the knife voluntarily is always going to freak me out. Surgery's major, man. I think Madonna needs a hug. Fran did age well, yeah. 2 more days and I get Minecraft on your phone. Fuck yeah. Speaking of Fran, I'm so hoping she goes back. She comes back for Spinal Tap 2. I got an update on the cast yesterday. Wait, are they actually going to have the original cast? I know supposedly you can get Botox injections to help with migraines. You absolutely can, yeah. And that's been suggested to me before, but I just don't love the idea of injecting toxin into me. I can't do it either. My college thesis was on botulinum, was on Botox, and I freaked myself out because there is actually a large number of people who permanently paralyze muscles in their face and neck due to improperly administered Botox still to this day. And the risk, like, oh. Yeah, botulinum toxin is fucked up, man. That shit scares me. You only need to see a picture of one baby with tetanus to never want that. And I'm just like, yeah, same. I mean, I've talked to a doctor about it before and they say they inject it into the back of your neck. I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, that freaks me out a lot. See, I don't know if Lady Gaga's had work or not. I think maybe a little bit of a nose job, but I don't know. Does Lady Gaga get work done? She's still such a fucking smoke show. Like she just recently did a video. I think it was for like Harper's Bazaar or something like that, but it was going over her new face makeup or whatever. And I mean, she had that camera was high def camera right up on her face. I mean, it wasn't she didn't have a filter on. Her skin looks pretty damn good, but I don't know. I mean, she's probably been peeled and stuff. She seems like the type to say, fuck all of you, I'm gonna do what I want, which I'm in full support of. They were not in the first movie one of their bandmates was. I'm bad at this. What up, Taco? How are you, love? Wait, Garth Brooks is in it? Shut up. She has had a lot of work done. Okay, yeah, I have. Her music's great. Born This Way is a national anthem. That's all I care about. Gaga seems like a decent human as far as I can tell. For 40. I can't believe that's who it's going to be, though. That's kind of crazy. This is Spinal Tap, which was selected for preservation by the National Film Registry and deemed, quote, culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant, end quote, by the Library of Congress, was primarily improvised. That's incredible. I mean, that kind of honestly gives it, in my opinion, gives it more right to be there. Too much plastic surgery often creates the uncanny valley effect in people's faces. That's what I feel. That's what it kind of like. If I know you are of a certain age and you don't have smile lines, something freaks me out about that. Or you don't have like crow's feet. It freaks like what's my brain is a little broken looking at that. I'm like, oh. It's like looking at Paul Rudd. No one's comfortable looking at Paul Rudd. I don't even know how that fucker has sex in the dark in a snowsuit. But you know what I mean? No one's comfortable looking at someone who's just like is a vampire. It makes us like go, You know what I'm saying? That's Kona, right? I'm saying. Savvy, my love, I love you. I've always wanted a rhinoplasty and some Botox in my forehead, but I'm terrified of it going wrong, so loving myself it is. Um, I know from personal experience that nothing I say will ever make you feel any different about your body or your face. But like, if I could cut your head off and just take it, I would, because you are a stunner. And this is why we're talking about this. We're so fucked up as a people. Like, Safi, you literally are what is it? A regulation hottie. I love your face and nose so much. Your profile is fucking stunning. And the fact that something in the world or someone in your life made you feel shitty about it to the point where you even considered going under the knife to cut it off infuriates me. How boring would the world be if we all looked fucking the same? If we all had like the little oh, I love you so much, Safi. I'm not just saying that. I know you know that. But we're fucked. Our world is we are fucked up. It's fucked up. It's so fucked up. Put the head up the butt. Wait, which head? All of them? The dialogue in Spinal Tap was improvised, but the actors wrote up and memorized the fictional history of the band so that when asked a question of the film, they would improvise but had the same answers. That's actually genius. Yeah, that's me too. I'd rather have wrinkles than someone fuck me up permanently. Like that shit scares the fuck out of me. Dude, ghetto, I feel the exact same way. Like respectfully, not trying to be a fucking weirdo, but like Saf, you're like really hot. And whoever said anything to you or made you feel shitty about yourself deserves to be played with in traffic or something. Like that just I mean, I've literally so Saf, get this. I've told this story before, but this was a weird moment for me. So where I kind of like had a wake up moment about my own body because I think we all have hangups. The world makes us have hangups about our body and makes us feel like none of us look okay. And then clothes don't fit anything. Like we're all fucked up, right? So I went down to Florida one time with a friend of mine just for like a girls' weekend, and we're laying out on the beach. And this friend of mine has an unequivocally perfect body. She is flawless. She's one of those beautiful gingers. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those ones where you're just like, oh, you got to be a ginger and hot? Cool. Flawless skin, no pores, pearly white. And we're laying on the beach in bikinis, and she looks she's like sitting there, propped up on her elbows, and she makes a comment, something along the lines of like, I hate my legs. And I had I didn't make the face, I don't think, but in my mind, I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" Because what? But then I didn't because I stopped and I was like, "Oh my god, we are all so fucked up about the way we look that we're not looking at each other, but we're fucked about the way we look because we think other people are looking at us, but we're all so fucked up. We're not looking at anybody but ourselves. Like, we're all so neurotically fucked up about the way we look because we think other people are looking at us and no one is looking at us. We're all doing the exact same thing. And it just like woke me up for a minute. Literally. Like my brain went like a light bulb and I was like, oh, everyone hates themselves. I am not unique. I am not a special snowflake. Everyone has it. Like everyone is hung up about something. And to someone out there, your body is the ideal. Everybody is an ideal to somebody. And that is crazy. Like we've been so fucking mentally fucked by that shit. It's so stupid. Hold on. I had a troll 2 years back screenshot my forehead for having wrinkles, laugh lines, because I smile a lot, and now I can't unsee it. I never noticed the lines on my forehead till someone else pointed it out.
Fuck people!
What a sad person they are. That person, in my opinion, allegedly. That is, yeah. I have to pee so fucking bad right now. I'm literally about to like squat on this coffee cup. I want to continue this conversation, but I gotta pee so fucking bad. Take a look at the man in the mirror. Amen. I'm trying to love my own, and I'm trying to love and own all my life wrinkles and tiger stripes at like a rite of life passage. Everyone needs to know what I've been through, look at it and love it. Amen. It means you are alive and you're a human being. It's weird to not have that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, Auspex, I when I'm like in Zoom, I minimize my own video or like my OBS, I minimize it because I think there's something to that. I don't think it's healthy for us to 24/7 stare at our own visage. We can't help but start to tear it apart. I think there's something weird about that. Like staring at yourself all day. I don't have like my OBS like with my picture unless someone says something's wrong and then I'll pull it up and like check it, but I don't have that up because there's something about it. I don't have mirrors in my house. I have one mirror in my bathroom. That's it. Like I just something's weird. I don't know. I'm gonna go pee real quick. We have some videos to watch and stuff, but this is a really good conversation. I want to continue. I just have to pee so fucking bad. I'll be right back. Straight water this morning. I was overdone. Cheers to water. Dude, Lizzie, okay. Is it like, so it's not just me. I swear to God. I swear every little tiny dog fuzz that is in the air, migrates to my face. My nose ring or my eyes. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. I get up and suddenly there's a fucking dog hair in my eye and I'm like, how? I didn't touch them. They float to me. Like, I put powder on my face just so my moisturizer isn't like sticky so they don't stick to my, like, I think that's what it is. I cannot get it. It's food. It's in the weed. Like, every once in a while I'll load a bowl and look at it. Look at that Keef bowl, by the way. We should hit that. And there's literally a giant curly hair just sticking out the top of it. I'm like, how? Why does this happen? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Wash every surface. Vacuum constantly. Still. Doesn't matter. I hoover the fuck out of my house. Dog, it's everywhere. Poodle's not shedding this bullshit. I know. My 2 cents or pence. I have a better relationship with my body. Not super good, but better than when I was younger. Same. Once I understood that as long as I look like I do, I will be oppressed by society and will experience discrimination. So why do I have to add my own discrimination to that? Amen. Oh my God, what a poignant thing to say. Why do we add the hate on top of ourselves? Did the audio die? I just turned it down. Is it too low? Normally this decibel point on OBS is okay and people can still hear it, but if it's too quiet, just let me know. I can put it up a little bit. So why do I have to add my own discrimination to that? No matter what I wear or where I go, people are going to see me as a stereotype first and a person second. So fuck it. Now I wear whatever the fuck I want. I feel the exact same way. And I truly think everybody is. Like, everybody is oppressed by somebody. It's good. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. You never know. OBS could have fucked up. Making sure it's not me. Safi, that's honestly that's what I say all the time to my dogs because I would love to have a cat, but at the age my dogs are and like just their hunting instinct, I feel like I'd be putting a cat in peril danger. Like it would be cruel, I think, to bring a cat into my house right now because my dogs would literally torture it. They'd try to pin it down or something. They bully like squirrels and stuff. But sometimes I'll whisper, "When you're old, I'm getting a naked cat someday." My hubby says that pet fur is like nuclear fallout. It'll always be there forever. I still find Millie hair and stuff, and it's been 2.5 years. Yeah, it's forever. Exactly. The world's full of people who are happy to tear you down for their own nefarious reasons. Don't be one of them. Or it's I don't even think it's for nefarious reasons. I think we like not all the time. I think some people just have this like a need to feel grander than or better than, and they find a way to do it. And a lot of the time it's just judging other people. Okay, thank fuck. Okay. I would love to have a naked kitty one day. Fun fact, naked cats secrete oil that leaves brown stains everywhere. So do people. They are really greasy. I mean, you just have to clean them. It's not like a normal cat. Like you have to have wet wipes and clean their ears and shit because they do. They have like body oil, but no hair to like. Right? Isn't that it? It's like the hairs that normally would be. I mean, it's the body oil that normally would like moisturize your hair, right? So they're still secreting all that oil, but they don't have any hair. That's what it is, right, Eliza? Something like that. So it's just like normal body oil, but it builds up because there's no hair for it to like travel down. You know what I mean? Like everybody has hair, like oils, you know what I mean? It's something like that, but I've watched a lot of videos and like my friend Tara has a naked cat and she says you just use a wet wipe and like wet wipe them and stuff. Wait, does Ham Dog get greasy? I'm curious. Yeah, that's the thing. You like some people literally bathe their naked cats. I've watched like there's a lot of YouTubers who just have naked cats and they'll do little YouTube videos on them sometimes. They give them baths or they wet wipe them down almost every day because if you don't, they get like like brown greasy oil buildup in like the creases of their pits and all their wrinkles and stuff. Oh, he does. He sweats sometimes, but he has enough peach fuzz to stop this oil secretion. Weird. So he doesn't lay that's so interesting. Cuz he's like very pretty naked. A lot of fat phobia also comes from other fat people who want to be seen as good fat person by the thin ideal society. Like internalized misogyny, internalized racism, internalized transphobia, etc. At the end of the day, you'll never be good enough for them. So fight for yourself, don't succumb to their desires for you. I mean, honestly, that's exactly it. What helped me a lot with like just getting over what I look like or what I'm perceived as outside of my home is I try to think about how what my body does, what it can do. So like I used to be really I'm still self-conscious of my legs. Like, they're long and they're fucking big. Like, I got big, beefy, long tree trunk legs. And I used to be very, very self-conscious of them. Like, God forbid someone sees my legs and gets personally offended by long legs. Who the fuck knows? And instead now I think, like, if I didn't have these long, strong legs, I wouldn't have been able to hike mountains in Thailand and play with baby elephants in a refuge. So, like, if someone wants to come at me about my strong legs, like, I got to play with the baby elephant because of my strong legs. What did you do? And normally people have no answer. You can't fight that. Like superlative, bless. Well, that's I don't. It's like I don't. I know there's nothing wrong with my legs, but someone probably, like Safi said, one person probably made a comment about my legs at one point in my life, and it seeded. I didn't own a pair of shorts or wear shorts until I was like 26 years old. I just didn't own them. I would stand in 120-degree weather with fucking cargo pants on because God forbid someone witnessed my leg. And I don't know. I couldn't even tell you who did it or what happened, but something happened, which is fucked up. I think it's because it's not extreme, I don't know the better word for it. It's an extreme feature. The same way someone might be subconscious of their weight or like a big nose or whatever. Just an extreme feature. I'm huge. I'm 6 feet tall and most of me is legs. And so it stands out. So people comment on it. And that made me self conscious as a kid, I think. I don't know. What does internalized mean? Like, you let people judge you for something you're not? You internalize so oh my god, Naked Kitty, I'm so excited. So basically, the way I would take internalized is, like, I talk to my therapist about this a lot. Essentially, we as humans have full control over how we feel, and we technically have a choice whether or not we allow someone's projection or perception of us to change how we think of ourselves or how our feelings are affected. We have that choice. You let people affect your feelings. Like, it's kind of it's a weird thing. Like, it's not 100, you know what I mean? And so internalized is like someone says, "Hey, your legs are X." And you take that in and now you believe your legs are X because someone said it. Whereas instead of just having your own opinion, my legs are Twitter. Shut up. I'm never calling it X. I refuse. I refuse. Rip, I hope yours is wonderful as well. It is. It's very easy to focus on negative versus 1,000 positives. Yeah, it's very much a mind exercise. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just allowing other people's perception of you to become your own perception of yourself would be like internalizing those opinions, right? No, no, I didn't watch. I think, no, I still have them. No, no, no. I got them. I got all the links over. We were just talking. So we haven't watched them yet, but no, I still have. I think it's the Spooter one. Yeah, it's the sleeping bags, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. What up, Brewdog? I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. Most, if not all, people have internalized XYZ, like being neurodivergent and beating myself up, being lazy, useless, broken. Exactly. Yep. As opposed to maybe like looking at the world and being like, maybe the world doesn't work and it's not me. Maybe I'm fine, and they're trying to fit me into a cookie cutter I don't fit in or whatever. I just call it, it's Twitter. He can try. I'm never going to call it X. That's just weird. No, I don't wanna miss it. I wanted to watch them. We were just I hate stopping a good conversation, especially about when it comes to mental health or body positivity. Like, that stuff's so important. Body positivity, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff is, I feel like it doesn't matter how old we get, we always are kind of dealing with that internalized how we look or feeling good about our body for the day. It's important stuff. Yeah, it's like letting those voices become your own, exactly. And that's a lot of what I dig through in therapy is figuring out, like, where did all these negative opinions about myself come from? Because no one's born self-loathing. Someone has to teach you those things. Someone has to, like, either do it around you and you absorb it or something like that. And that's a lot of what therapy is for me, like digging back and being like, why do I think this about myself, to get rid of it? Like, who the fuck did it? I don't know. It's weird. It's like you take in the projection, but you don't. It just became mine. It's weird. Ugh. But isn't it weird that we take in the negatives, but we will never take in the compliments? Isn't that weird? Like, someone could say the nicest fucking thing, but you don't take that on as your own opinion of yourself. Why? It's very weird. It's just a weird concept. I think about it a lot. Because, like, I don't know. I think, stop. Not today. Everybody's. I don't think there's a person out there, even people that, like, I might perceive as, like, a perfect body or whatever, they're probably still wrapped up in their own shit, you know? Because I've had people say that to me. Like, say, like, "I love your body," and my instinct in my head is to convince them how shitty it is. Like, that's my immediate instinct, to be like, "It's not that great. It's this, 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 this. Here's all the reasons it's horrible. Please change your opinion of me." Why? Why? That's so broken. Like, why can't we just say thank you and maybe take it on and believe our friends when they give us a compliment? "Good morning, Vile." You know? Like, I would never give a compliment to someone just to be nice. If I'm complimenting someone, it's because I legitimately admire that thing about them or what they're wearing, et cetera, et cetera. It's something like that. You know what I mean? But why do I think everyone else is lying when when they compliment me or like they want some? I don't know. But I think a lot of us have that shit. And like I've told you guys this before, but like when I was in college, like I gained a lot of like over 100 pounds, ate my feelings, was in a really bad relationship, et cetera, et cetera. And then I went the opposite direction, eating disorders, stopped eating, got really thin. And I had this perception that like life was easy. Life would be fixed if I was thin. Like I had this idea in my head, like if I lose this weight, everything will be solved. Like everything in my life I'm unhappy about is caused by this weight. So I went the opposite way, lost a shit ton of weight. And I remember when I was heavy, my mom would make comments about the heavy. And then when I lost all the weight, my mom would make comments about how skinny I was and ask if I was on drugs. And I had a moment of realizing there's no making you happy, Mr. Powers. I gotta just make myself happy and tell you all to fuck off. And if that makes you mad, I guess we're not meant for each other. Because there's no pleasing everybody, you know? It's impossible. I know this remix is so good. It's so fucking banging. It's very generational. Yes. Cheers to that. That's all Keef. This is a bowl. And then we're gonna watch these videos. Greasy kitties. Ghetto, I think you nailed it on the head. It's just understanding the foundations, I think, help you dismantle them, you know? Which is why I'm constantly like trying to figure out where it came from. Because that helps me dismantle it in my own head when I can recognize where the fuck it came from and that it wasn't, like it's not natural to hate yourself. Babies don't hate themselves. I'm an absurdist, so I believe there's no meaning, but humans desire to find it. But we fall into a trap of believing in things, even when one might understand everything is made up. There is no meaning. I don't think. I think when we get into a really dark, sad place and we feel really shitty about ourselves, we can convince ourselves that there might be a meaning and that can be the solution because it's unattainable and therefore we can wallow. It's really easy to say an unattainable thing is the reason you're unhappy or happy or the reason you could get happy and then just to sit and wallow because it's fucking unattainable, right? My own wife is like, quote, "You are so handsome." I'm like, "The fuck you looking at?" Anytime anyone compliments me on anything, I want to argue. Same. Nerves, literally anybody. Like it's a weird someone I don't know. I would think I was watching a show or something recently and it was an interview and someone asked the person like when was the last time you felt sexy and I don't think I've ever felt sexy in my life. Like that would make me feel absurd. Like it's so bizarre how fucked up we feel about our own selves. Like instead of just thinking about what our bodies do for us, you know? Dude, muddy buddies are everything, Vile. A lot of people who lose weight talk about how much better people treat them, how people now acknowledge they exist, hold doors for them, make eye contact. Really? Or more polite in general after weight loss, and it makes them even more scared to put any back on. And that there was always a condition to people's kindness. That is just sad. I don't think I interact with people enough on a regular basis to notice that. Or maybe my anxiety's too high to notice. Maybe. I don't know. Why does a jacket and tie make me worth respect and kindness, but a hoodie doesn't? Because rich people apparently are worth everything and it makes you look like you have money. Blast away. I'm gonna watch that spider and I'll let you know. I mean, I'm gonna like it, obviously. I wanted to pause this fucking song before it started and I forgot. Every day. You being kind to me, I'm gonna fight you. Isn't that fucked? Like, honestly, streaming has been a huge exercise in that for me, Nurbles. Like, I think a lot of it is because we're not in person, and I've known a lot of you for, like, literally almost 10 years now. So people feel comfortable. Like, if someone compliments me and I try to write it off, they'll be like, "Stop trying to shake off the compliment I just gave you, cunt." And I'll be like, "Oh, no, you're right." It's actually been really good for me, like, for people to straight up be like, you gotta stop." Because if you put yourself in their position, so literally, real quick before we watch the Greasy Kitty, you put yourself in their position. So if I say, "Lizzie, you're gorgeous. Your hair is so fucking pretty. If I could scalp you and somehow bond it to my head, I might, but I love you, so I won't." And if Lizzie goes, "No, no, no, my hair's gross," essentially that's Lizzie saying, "You're an idiot and your opinion of me is wrong." Why would I do that to my friends? Why would I do that to someone who's being kind to me? Ouch. My therapist made me think of it that way, and I fucking hated it so much. She's like, "You're essentially telling people that care about you that they're wrong for being nice." Fuck off. It hurt, but it's so real. If you just flip it, it's like pretty soon those people will stop complimenting you. You're gonna train them to stop. Some fucking deep cut shit. It cut me real deep, Shrek. Real fucking deep. You're an idiot. Your opinion of me is wrong. No! I would keep your hair if I could, though. After the weight loss surgery, now I'm working out for 3 months. I'm starting to feel more confident about my appearance. Still garbage, but I'm trying to learn to accept compliments. It's really hard. It's an internal battle, I think, forever. Nice clothing is a costume you can wear to get clueless people to treat you better, which is insane. It's that pretend game everyone's playing out in public. I hate the quote, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me" phrase. People keep using it to make words seem harmless when words very much aren't harmless. It's such a stupid saying. It's a dumb saying. I'd much rather a rock in the head sometimes. At least the bruise goes away. The only time I felt sexy is when I ordered snag underwear. Underwear designed to fit properly. Oh, I was gonna say snag? God damn, it felt good. It was high rise, so you got that hip action too. I could have started an OnlyCans there and then. No shit. Same when I stopped trying to wear bras with underwire. I don't know why you just reminded me of that feeling. I don't know if it was sexy, but it was the first time I just didn't feel wholly uncomfortable in my flesh going out. Because, like, I got tiny boobs. Most bras just don't fit. So I just, I don't know, 5, 7 years-ish back, I said, fuck it. And just sports bras, bralettes, all that shit. And it was the first time in my life that I was just, like, comfortable and felt good. Like, felt okay. I didn't have, like, I wasn't worried that this weird thing on my chest wasn't, like, being filled out or a boob was falling out, or it just felt like a really weird, like, high maintenance state of being all the time. I don't know. It drove me nuts. Religious trauma too was always taught to be humble and serve others, which meant I wasn't worth, so I can't accept compliments because and you can't be proud of anything and you can't brag. I've been told it's very much because my family's like Irish. I guess that's very much like an Irish sensibility, is just like you can only pick apart everyone. You can't compliment each other and you can't be proud of anything you've done. But people can like say you did something great or like something to be proud of. They can make fun of you for it, but it's like their way of acknowledging it and saying they're proud of you, but really they're just going to make fun of you for it. It's really fucked up. It's like it's a level of humbleness that breaches on abuse a little. I was trying to pull that link up. What the fuck? Stop autoplaying. I have autoplay block. Don't worry. I know how to do it. It's just every platform overrides it because they're assholes. Oh my god. Safi's right, though. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me. A fucking men. This is why I don't want to do therapy, because my worldview will change. It really fucks. Because, even though we have terrible views of ourselves or like low self esteem, there is a part of us that's like, I know my head, I know my body, I know what's my family history, I know everything. Like, there's no way you can change how this is written in my head, and then they just flip it around on you in 2 seconds, and you're just fuck you. And then I killed her. It's the best. I love it so much. Yeah, I think it's a British thing too. Like for instance, you cook a really good meal for your family. They'll never say, "Oh, this is fantastic." It's all right. It'll make a turd. It's edible. It's not bad. It'll never be great though, or it'll never be fantastic, or never a good job. Just not bad. You didn't fuck up. And I thought that was normal, you know? Or like, you try to get off the phone with a relative and you're like, "Okay, love you, Nana. Bye." Okay. Mhm. To this day, I'm really bad at taking care of myself when I'm sick or hurt. My husband has to ask me, yeah, if I've taken pain meds or done anything to make myself more comfortable. Usually I haven't. I do the same, and what the fuck is that? Like, there could be a bottle of Excedrin 1 foot from my hand, and I will sit here in a state of migraine because I'll tell myself, like, get over it. Why? What is that? McTaggart, that's fucking sick. My son felt safe enough to come out to his mother and I at 16 in South Georgia. That's I don't know if there's a better sign of good communication between you and your parents. That's pretty fucking great. But don't hugging little boys make them into little girls? I know, right? I mean, I wasn't hugged and I'm gay as fuck, so, like, I don't know how legit that is. The best thing about my relationship with my goddaughter is I'm not entitled to a hug or any physical contact unless she's in trouble, obviously. Obviously. Like, and that brings up a very valid point. Like, I don't think I need to say that here, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Forcing kids to hug people is essentially establishing that they have zero body autonomy in this world. I was forced to hug many a creepy drunkle as a child, and it fucks you up. Boom, Kenny. I was never hugged, still became a girl. There, I see. I don't know if hugging does the gaying. Maybe hugging more. I don't. I actually watched him all day yesterday. That game is fucking hilarious. That was the one he was playing yesterday, right? Or was it? Yeah, at the right? Yeah, it's a weird I didn't like my family never said like this is because we're Irish, but my mom's side, which I was basically raised with, is very like culturally off the boat. Like they're very Irish. And I guess that's a thing. It's just like it's a way of being. But the more I've like gained friends in Great Britain, like the greater all the Isles, it's very much like a thing all over. It's just this level of like humble, like almost to a point of toxic humbleness. Like, you can't be like, it's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. Some people never got hugs, true. I mean, and it's probably because they weren't hugged, you know? Like, I used to have a lot of anger towards my parents, but I realized that they're a product of how their parents raised them, and they didn't know they probably weren't hugged, they didn't know how to hug. So, like, it's nobody's fault, it's just, like, I feel like our generation's a lot more woke, for lack of a better word, when it comes to mental health and stuff like that, and breaking the cycle as opposed to using the cycle as an excuse to continue it. "My daddy didn't hug me, and I'm doing fine." That shit, like, I think there's a lot less people our age, our era, whatever you wanna call it, that would even utter that to their kids, you know? Like, if your kid fucking busts their knee, like, and they need a hug and don't despise a hug, maybe hug them. Like, you know? I'm just saying we could use it as a way to trick them into hugging us. I get so mad when people tell their kids to help with, "Go hug your relative, you need to." Yeah. It's 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 a really I never thought anything was wrong with it until someone told me, like, "That's really fucked up." Like, I just thought that was the way it was, like, you did what your parents say. But Katie, all intelligent people know that to be a proper human being, you need a healthy dose of childhood trauma. I mean, what's that stupid, like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger is bullshit, but it did make me kind of funny. That's about it, though. Oh my god, Glut gave us another. Hold on. Oh my god, they thought I was serious. A list of things trans people have a biological advantage at. Oh my god, someone thought it was a real list. I love the dumb. I love when people just accidentally make themselves look so much dumber than they originally maybe were, or it outs the dumb. You know what I'm saying? So trans people now have an unfair biological. Wait, it's just so stupid. I know. Fishing? It's just like, where does this come from? Where do you get this shit? I can't. A list of things trans people have a biological advantage at. Trans people now have well, the original tweet says, so at sorry, it's really small writing. So at weekend just gone, this must be like some broken English or some shit. At weekend just gone at the final event in Blackpool Ultimate Pool event. We had two other women concede their games against transgender opposition, and this issue won't go away. We will not be silenced anymore. It takes a huge amount of courage to walk away from any match. Wow, I really thought the tweet was going to go the other way for a minute, and I was happy. Hmm. And someone retweeted that. Pool players taking a stand. Who the fuck are you? And then this person made that's trans people now have an unfair biological advantage at pool, fishing, chess, speeches in the legislature, video games, trivia, beauty pageants, sports. I just. There's no words. Transgender men are men, transgender women are women. Period. End of story. What the fuck? What a weird hill to die on. Least you'll be dead. Sounds like you were being a little whiny bitch. Sounds like you didn't think you were that good at pool, in my opinion. Sounds like you were a little bitch. I don't think genitals did. I just have a really hard time thinking genitals had anything to do with the pool talent. I just. I don't know what to do. The world is on fire. I told my ex-wife's parents that they were not entitled to anything other than seeing my son if they can't be civil. His family hated me. It was one big reason we got a divorce. That sucks. But I mean, it's not worth it to stay in a situation like that, honestly. For my daughter, I don't tell her to hug people when they come into the house or if we see them in public. I state it more as a question like, are you going to give them a hug? And if she doesn't want to, it's okay. That's amazing. But my parents don't see it as polite. I'm sure my parents would see it as rude. I'm sure they'd be like personally offended if I had a kid that like didn't want to hug them or something and I didn't force them to. I'm sure, because the same shit. Oh, Rod, I almost missed it. Hold on. Oh. Okay. What trans people do have an unfair advantage in is getting murdered for existing. Dude, incredible. The stats on that are pretty fucking out there, huh? Wild. Wild. Yet they seem to not want to talk about that one, huh? Hmm. 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 Oh my god. This one made me audibly like choke and line and grease everywhere. You know, it's just like that's a spot where the cat was concentrated and you can see it. But it's probably everywhere, right? Tony Stark fitted those sheets in a cave with a box of scraps. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. I have pets. Their paws are dirty. Everything's dirty. Like white, just and yeah, man, bleach. I guess I wouldn't want everything to smell like bleach though. Good morning, Mayo. How are you, love? I almost said Wayo. Waymo, Waymo. I fucked it. Nope, it's fine. Right, sweating would even show. I mean, everything like would show. Like, and you can sweat in your bed and not wash your sheets every day. Like we're sweaty people. It just happens. Just because you can see it doesn't mean it's suddenly dirtier. I love bleach. I'm very much a pro bleach person when it comes to places like the bathroom or the kitchen. 100%. Like I have bleach spray and stuff like that because it's disinfectant and those are dirty areas that I want to be like clean as fuck. But you can absolutely go overboard with it. I actually think I almost kind of I say almost killed myself because I really don't know what almost would have happened. But I was in a cleaning fit back in college in my apartment and decided to bleach clean my bathroom with the door closed and the fan off. And I remember getting just really like blackout, kind of lightheaded, like in a very strange, odd way, and almost falling over and having to open the door. And then just I had that like burn bleach smell stuck in my sinuses for months. Yeah, you can overdo it. Yeah. Like what Katie did. It was probably literally like a chemical bath in my bathtub. Cause you know, there was bleach in the bathtub and then I was spraying other shit on the walls to clean the grout. Like it was probably a chemical mayhem in there. I don't know. This was early college. I was in a chemistry degree and probably experimenting. I don't fucking know. But I think I did like mucosal burn damage. Like, I had a sore throat and my sinuses burned like bleach burn. Like, if you've ever had your hair bleached, you know, like that sting burn that's in your nose for a few days? It was there for months. Months. No idea what I did. I lived, but like, bleach is caustic. Be careful. Yeah. Yeah, I think bleach actually breaks down fabrics over time, doesn't it? Like, you don't if you have white sheets or whatever, you don't wanna bleach them every single time you wash them because it literally, like, erodes the fabric fibers. I know. Didn't we just go outside? Didn't we just have a break? Miss ma'am. It does, it breaks it down. That's what I thought. Yeah, so it will, like, break down the material over time, which is never a good thing, especially if it's something you love, like a piece of clothing, whatever. Dude, I don't have white anything either. I think I have, like, one white sweater that I wear once a year, like, out of the house, but other than that, it's just not worth it. It's gonna get fucked up, and, I mean, I don't care if there's a little bit of dirt on me from my dog paws or whatever. I just don't wanna see it. I know I'm an idiot. You're trying to piss off the local CSI. Can you imagine? I'd be such a good crime cleaner-upper. Mother. Hello. Would you like to come say hello? Hi, baby girl. You needed a snug? I get it. Her eyebrows, I love them. The way she can, like, do the back and forth thing with oh, it's so precious. It kills me in my heart. She's such a sweet baby. You just need a snug, baby girl. Yeah. You're so long. She's like, whatever. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. She does love the snow. It does the same thing to fibers that it does to hair. Oh, no shit. So it, like, busts apart the follicle and makes it so it's breakage. Yeah. That makes sense. What happened to her neck? Was she always that brown? Right here? She's got, like, this kind of deer pattern. This part, it's kind of gray. If you guys have been on to Rod Johnson, my friend Rod, he streams, check him out. He has their, like, little sister or cousin or something from same parents, same breeders, but Bill's color right here is the same color that Zelda is across her entire body. It's just, like, this really pretty, like, taupe gray brown, but then it cuts off into the white. But she gets darker the longer her hair gets. It's really bizarre. Like, when we get him groomed, she looks really, really pale and almost loses a lot of the markings. And then her eyes are dark, but they're like a diamond. They look like Harley Quinn eyes. It's like a diamond of dark. She's a precious baby. Rod's a pretty cool dude, in my opinion. And if you like dogs, he's got a herd of them, and he does have one of their little, I think sisters, honestly. They just look so much alike. I cannot believe that Lilith and Zelda didn't come from the same mom or dad, at least, like one parent. Because their markings, like everything, down to where the markings end and everything, their eyes, their face shape, it's just weird. They look so similar. Aw, sweet baby. But yeah, she's always kind of had that gray and then the white here. Literally, her name, you know how they like, I guess this is the thing. Breeders will like name the puppies so that you can identify the puppy you want. Her name was Fawn, and she straight up has markings like a deer, like the white belly and then the tan gold top. It's very interesting, but she's very pretty. Zelda baby. Zelda hit her first period yesterday, poor baby girl. Pat, we were getting all Canadian earlier. Were your ears burning? Oh, that's her in her t-shirt diaper. Oh my god. A judgy bitch here, but like two things. You know you have a naked cat that's greasy and you still just have like a pristine white house. It seems like an idiotic move unless you're just obsessed with cleaning. Secondly, you're never cleaning your cat. Like I've watched so many videos about Sphinx cats and every single person who owns one who like makes videos talking about them talks about how they regularly have to clean them down with wet wipes. And that just makes me think you literally never clean your cat. When it's like a well-known thing with naked cats, that's what you got to do. Is it just me? Like if you're gonna bitch about a dirty animal in your bed, like change one of the two. Okay. I don't know. It just feels like maybe they don't clean their cat or something, or they just want to bitch about it or whatever. But I know I'm a weirdo. I fucking love animals more than anything, and I know I'm kind of a bean. Like I'm a little judgy when it comes to taking care of animals. But with the tools and the internet we have these days, I find very little adequate excuses or, whatever reasons to not take care of an animal that you have purchased, especially when it's a $3,000 naked cat. Like, that's what those cats cost. They're like $2,700-ish for a Sphinx kitten. So you've got the money to shell out on this animal. Like, do some fucking work. Know what I'm saying? Just me. Allegedly. Whatever. Okay, are you saying the Northern Boys? But that's a triplet. What duo? There. I've got a. Sorry, who's.
Did you take?
No.
Did you take your joy today?
Hi, Gay.
Yeah, we
Never
would in the
forget to take your
bedroom or
joy,
just
and
hanging
I
out.
guarantee
In the
you'll be able to
bedroom
go as
or
smooth
just
as
hanging out.
velvet. Penetrate that asshole.
Turn it off, Willard.
I gave it a wash, turned it on, and slipped it in.
These two? Nuh-uh. No. Shut up.
I gave it a wash, turned it on, and slipped it in.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous. Yo, fuck yeah. Dude, that's gonna be amazing. That would have been my last guess. I didn't even know they did shows. Dude, Kilo, amen. Cheers to that. Look at this. Look, this is Zelda, by the way. So, this is my Bill. This is baby Bill. Zelda's what, 2 years younger than them? 3? 3 years younger than them. Because she just turned 1, right? And they're gonna turn 3, I believe, in March. Yeah. And that's the same breeder, and I'm almost positive same parents, because they just have the same markings, but Zelda is more like this really pretty silvery gray color, and Lil is a little bit more gold, but fucking, she just had her first heat yesterday, so she's got a t-shirt diaper. So do ours. Ours, I want to get them groomed so bad. I actually think I'm just going to give them a bath and, like, kind of not cut their hair, but brush it out and shit, because it's so fucking cold. Like, I can see they're cold with the way their fur is right now. I feel like it would be cruelty for me to get them shaved down when it's like 19 degrees outside. Right? Is that fucked up? Oh, they're totally man-made. Actually, Anubis, I believe it's how do I say this? A defect. It's a genetic defect for them to not have hair. And we just, like, catered to it. It's not natural. There are some species of cats that were like, they're really close to being a Sphinx, and I believe that's where Sphinxes were, like, bred from. I think it's called a Rex. And they look like Sphinx, but their hair is so short and fine. It, like, makes these little swirls all over their body. They're really cute. But I think that's Cornish Rex. Yeah, I think that's kind of where they started breeding them from. But the naked ones, it's actually a genetic flaw, for lack of a better word. They're wonderful. All animals deserve love. But it's kind of like pugs and French bulldogs. We fucked it up and then liked it. Whereas, there's like there's the Mexican hairless dog. Wasn't a human fuck up. Their body temperature runs so fucking hot that their hair falls out and hair follicles can't maintain it. It's pretty wild. They're a really interesting breed. It's like the Xolostiano. It's a crazy Mexican word that my mouth has a really hard time with, but they're a cool breed. A naturally occurring genetic mutation. So there you go. That's a way nicer way of saying it. And we essentially took 2 where the genetic mutation naturally occurred, bred them, and then, like, hyperbred it down. Yeah. It's the chupacabra. We made them into the way God originally intended, without clothes. Oh my god. Dude, German Shepherd's hips make me very sad. Oh, Sphinx kitties! They're not actually bald. They're covered in peach fuzz, right? I kind of thought they would be. They are not hypoallergenic. I knew that. They just don't shed as much. They need a weekly bath. I knew it. That chick wasn't bathing her cat. She needs to bathe her fucking cat. They're friendly, no shit. Any kitty's friendly if you raise it right. Shakira, Shakira. Ooh, baby, hold on, I gotta clear some links out. I got a lot. And then some we didn't watch. Hold on. The baby spiders. Hold on. Well, not baby, jumping spiders. So if you're afraid of jumping spiders, maybe look away for, like, I don't know, a few seconds. But there's this whole movement on the internet that has been quite amazing, where people have jumping spiders as pets, and they create these tiny little, like, perfect diorama homes and shit for them. And this lady makes hammocks for them, and I just can't. They're so cute. Holy cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're so cute. See what I mean, though? People make some pretty cool dioramas for them. Jumping spiders are they're really fun. I've taken care of a few. My only complaint is they live a very, very, very short lifespan. By the time you're getting into it, they die. They live like a maximum of a year to a year and a half, and it's really sad. I did, dude, everyone. Which, I mean, Kills, I don't know if I could ever spend money on a jumping spider, considering that the biggest ones in the world are like in my house and that I could just go hunt one down. It's wild, but they're fairly inexpensive, like comparatively. You know, they're like, what, $30, $36 max. They're not too expensive, and they're really, I mean, they are insanely cool. Like, they are so hyper intelligent, and they're different than any spider or tarantula. I'll just say that. They're much different. They just are different. That's me. Like, I have no interest unless it's a rose hair. I will get a rose hair someday. But yeah. Is it safe from spooters? Yes, we're safe from spooters. Yes. It was a little jumping spooter that wouldn't come out of its hammock. So it just sat there and looked precious, but it's gone now. No worries. It was literally, I didn't know how many seconds. I didn't mean to be sassy with like, just take off for a few seconds. It literally just didn't say, which is great. Okay, hold on. We have full screen apparently means play, and I hate it. Why? We have 2 more videos to watch, and then we're gonna, I think if we jump into Bioshock Infinite, the DLC, by noon my time, we should be able to finish it. Because it's only 2 of them, and they're not very long. They're fun, but they're not very long, and I want to play those today. I'm excited. Nope, we just watched one short little cute spood video. We good. It was just a little one. Oh god, no! There's a glass and a human! I'm about to be thrown outside into the wilds or crushed. Why am I in a hammock? Did you just put me in a house? I wonder if they think we're all like the Wicked Witch, just trying to feed him to eat him. Oh my god. It's so small on my computer, but my code right now, it runs. No clue why, but it does. It's phenomenal. That could apply to so many good situations. He's just a little poofy spood baby. Yeah, it wasn't a big scary. Oh my god, in the El Estapario, didn't I pull that one up? Did I get that one? Fuck. Nope, I definitely want to watch that one. Did I get that one? I said thank you. Did I grab it? Or did I just decide to have a stupid? I think I'll go look for it. Hold on. You don't have to repost it. That's my bad. I definitely wanted to watch it. I don't know what I did or why. Brains are stupid. They're not my favorite. He's got a new one and we gotta watch it. Oh, Barilla, you fucking, I love you. I seriously, I remember saying like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'm so excited. I love El Estapario. Thank you so much. And then I don't remember clicking it though. I don't remember that the next phase of my excitement went down. I don't know what happened. Ugh. It's crazy what, like, the fact that I can remember parts of the body and shit from working in a hospital and all these just dumb details, but like the day to day and just remembering what happened 15 minutes ago, my brain's like, sure, it's the best. Let's see, did I ever tell you the story of how one of my like, I used to call him like my work husband, but he was my best friend that I worked at Lowe's with for like 7 years. We used to go and get coffee every single day on our break together. And one day we were in the car and I just randomly was like, if we had spirit animals, what do you think my spirit animal would be? And he goes, a goose, out of nowhere. And I turned towards him and I'm like, geese are assholes. And he, with the most gay queen eyes I've ever experienced, just slow looks at me and goes, I know. Friends, though, right? They're the best. Okay, I got the Estapario this time. Fucking A. Okay, we had one that was Tom Jones and Crosby. Tom Jones and Crosby, Stills, Nash, Young. Holy shit. It's like a, what's the word? Why can't we decide what gets deleted? I guess. I'm trying to say, like, it's totally randomized what's deleted. And that's, I think, the boggling part with the ADHD brain. Is like, it's constantly deleting to make room or spitting out or purging or whatever. But like, we don't get to, it's erroneous. I don't know. There's another word for it, but you know what I mean? It's just like, why did that one go? I'm pretty sure we made very clear that one was to stay. Please? Come on, I gave you cake. Yeah, it's so real though. But I definitely feel like I'm getting dumber. 100%. Like I want to know more and it's harder to know more. I delete stuff in my brain and then lose the new stuff I was supposed to put in there. Yeah. It's like you made room and accidentally deleted the new stuff too and you're like, "No, that's not what was supposed to happen. We talked about this." Brain. My brain runs its own antivirus constantly and sees everything as a threat except weird niche facts. I hate that. Like, how come I remember the weirdest facts about animals and shit, but I can't remember taxes sometimes? Why? I know. It's mind-numbing, and it drives me nuts. Why is it not in my recycle bin? I know! And then it's like someone years down the road will just be like, "Do you like pie?" And all of a sudden they've unlocked this core memory in your brain that you thought you dumped 7 years ago and you desperately needed, and now it's there, and now it's there forever in association with pie for some reason. Although it had nothing to do originally with pie. But now anytime when someone says pie, you're gonna think of that thing. Why? Brains, why are you like this? I don't think any of us are taking it kindly to this. By the way, that person's name, don't tell comedy. What's their name? Deborah Giovanni. That's her name, right? Credit is important. Pie is perfect, period. We're not forgetting anything. There's just too much to search through, so you can't ever find stuff when you need it. I agree so hard. I often compare my brain to the wad of schoolwork that was at the bottom of my backpack existentially all through school. It's like someone's like, "Okay, we're turning in the homework," and you reach to that pit in the bottom where you're like, "It might be moist. Oh, it's not moist this time." And you pull out that rock hard, weird oblong form of paperwork and assignments and notes that have somehow just been crushed by textbooks over and over until it's become a solid. And you sit there and like gingerly crinkle it apart and you're like, "Oh, fuck, it's in." It's my brain. That's it. Like, it's all in there, but you're gonna have a bitch of a time finding it, you know what I'm saying? Did I grab it, Gleb? Nope, got it now. Got him! I'm following her. Deborah Giovanni. She's fucking hilarious. That's great. You noticed the weird looks, Kona? I had to train myself too. This stream is a call-out post. I'm dead. I'm so sorry. I feel like there's been a few people, maybe a handful, that have come to my stream in the past, like, X amount of years. I'm not gonna talk about it because I'm old. And, like, they'll hang out for a while, and then I'll say something about how I'm ADHD, and they're like, "Wow, um, I think I do too." And I'm like, "Why'd you think that?" And they're like, "I don't know." And they don't wanna say it because they don't wanna point out all the weirdness they noticed in there that was here. And I'm like, "It's cool. You can call it out. I own it at this. I have to own it. I have to own it. Like, there's no other way to be." This is me. I'm like the poster child. Next time you need to remember that thing, you won't remember it till another day. It will randomly come back to you. Yep. Or like right before you're going to sleep, it'll come back to you and then you can't stop thinking about it obsessively. I wasn't rich enough to have a trapper keeper. Are you kidding me? I had those like tan, yellow, mustard yellow, like peachies that had, kind of like silhouetted basketball players on them or whatever, which would disintegrate and just, inevitably. Trapper keepers were expensive, man. At least I was told they were, but I didn't have Lisa Frank shit. I always wanted it. Like, I still to this day think about it, although I did watch a podcast or like listen to a crime podcast about her. Lisa Frank's a piece of shit human being. Just FYI, you should go learn about it. Wow. But like I dreamed of it. And I think that's why I live the way I do now, like colorful and weird as like in my mid 30s because like I didn't get that as a child. Like I was put in, olive green and had fucking mustard yellow peaches. I had 8 siblings, so, like, I think a lot of it was, like, if we get one for one, we gotta get one for all of them, and those are expensive, so, like, 8 times $30, that's a lot. I get it, but maybe don't have 8 kids. Mhm. It's a litter. Like, that was I don't know why, I don't remember any of my siblings or myself having, like, an obsession with fair or, like, comparing Christmas presents or anything like that, but there came a point where basically my uncles and my dad would get together every year and be like, "All right, what are we getting the kids?" And then every single cousin and every single sibling, we'd all get the exact same gift for everything. So like one year it was always horrible, like BB guns or laser pointers or dirt bike gear or a talking bubba, which was basically like a squeezy toy that would say horrifically redneck things when you squeezed it. Just, things that were questionable. That's how one of my brothers lost an eye, no shit. I always have that issue when I wanna get to a thing, by the time I leave my house and drive wherever I have to go, my brain reminds me of a said thing, and I'm like, "Thanks for nothing," 100%. Yep, that happens it's so annoying. I came for the rude humor and stayed for the ADHD stuff that's relatable. I think you mostly played ESO when I first stumbled in. Yeah. Dude, I was thinking about that the other day. I miss it. I wish I had a game that I could play that gave me that hit that I used to get from, like, Battlegrounds and stuff like that. Because like, as much as I get tempted to go back to ESO every once in a while, just nothing has changed about PvP at all. And that's nothing to do with the PvP team. It's just like they're not supported, they're not given any resources, and I don't know. They see PvP players as people that don't spend money, which is sad. So I took a break slash stopped playing before I resented the game for it. But I wish I could find one like that. Lisa Frank was gorgeous. I mean, I still love stuff that looks like that, but it was kind of expensive. My wife and I share the joys of ADHD. Bless. You two are superheroes. Her being the hyperactive, mine being the inattentive variety. Watching us having a conversation has to be confusing to the normies. I swear to fuck, my partner and I literally live in a state of bits. Like, we communicate through song lyrics, movie quotes, or using strange voices from shows we've been in, like accents or something. I don't think we've had, like, because we can't, because we're same, like, super fucking ADHD. But what's really great is that because we're both highly aware of the ADHD, we recognize it and we can laugh it off. Like we don't like get mad at each other for things we do because we literally probably do the exact same thing. So we kind of laugh at it and it's like looking in a mean mirror. What? Chopsticks lodged in his brain? No, thank you. Last night at the Talking Bear, the BB guns. The BB guns. The BB guns. You do shoot an eye out with a BB gun. Yeah. One of my brothers literally lost his eye. Almost brain. Glad it was just an eye. But yeah, BB guns. I don't think the Trapper Keepers were that much, but they were built cheap as hell. Were they? And would barely last a year. The 3 rings were plastic, and the plastic they were made of cracked too fast. The other 3-ring grinders would last longer. Dude, we always had like the cheap, the really, really inexpensive, like they were like $1.99, just plastic 3-ring binder. And the front was so flimsy, we'd normally just tear the front cover off and just carry it around by a ring in your finger. Like, just carry the middle ring and drag it behind you. Because that front cover was bullshit and would just fall off anyways. I didn't ever have the Trapper Keepers and shit, though, but I understand why, and I don't. I'm not bitter. It's fine. I 100% it is you have to laugh at it, because what else do you do, princess? Seriously. It's just the way our brains are. You have to laugh at it. If you don't, you're gonna be miserable. It's just inevitable. It's just fucking I have to, because if I don't laugh, I'll start I mean, everybody does, but, like, for instance, if I'm walking around my house because 'cause I've lost my phone or something, because my phone is black, it's in a black case, everything in my house is black, therefore it disappears often, and women clothes aren't given pockets, so, like, where the fuck do I put it? My butthole, I guess. And I'll get so frustrated that if I'm not laughing, I'll start being like, Katie, why are you like this? Why are you so fucking stupid? Why are you so fucking broken? This is bullshit. Kill yourself. I will literally start saying those things verbally out loud, and your brain hears everything your mouth says. No matter how self-deprecatingly funny you think you're trying to play off. And I know it's not good, so I try to laugh. Because, man, the other way ain't happy. And I know it's not good. It is it's not healthy. Like, I know the dogs are going off again. Sorry. Neighbor dogs go off. My dogs go off. What do you do? But yeah, like, it's just, my sane brain knows that none of that's okay. Even if I'm playing it off like it's funny. It's not. If a friend of mine was saying those things, I'd look at them like, are you fucking kidding me? Don't talk about my friend like that, you piece of shit asshole. I get to call you a piece of shit, not you. You know what I'm saying? Why would I let myself do that? You know what I'm saying? The amazing thing pissing me off, how? Was it new and interesting? Really, I'm sorry, Kenny, that sucks. I mean, it sucks, right? It sucks. It's the shit. I think a lot of people deal with that stuff all the time. Oh, 100%. I lose my phone. I've literally been on the phone with my mom and said out loud, I cannot find my fucking phone and I'm just so frustrated right now. And she just sits there and goes, honey. And I'm like, I'm going to go. I'm just going to go. I have to go now. It's happened. Yep. Been there, done that. You know what they say, once you go black, you can't find anything because you made everything black. And it's such a catch-22, right? Because it's like, most of my furniture and stuff is just like, you know, the black wood IKEA or fake wood particle board IKEA stuff. And so you keep getting the same black color because you're like, oh, I want it to match, you know? And it's the same price, so like, why not? So like everything ends up the exact same color, and then everything you own is black. And then seriously, this little fucker disappears like nobody's business all the time. I've literally set it on this arm of my chair and then spent an hour searching for it in my house, and it was right here. But it's just the perfect little black square, and I just didn't see it. So frustrating. So fucking frustrating. Most men's clothes in my experience, they truly are not built to fit a body that has curves. Like how do I say this? So if I was to buy men's jeans that fit my ass, there would be a 6-inch gap in the waistband. You know what I mean? They're just not built for meat. And I know some meaty boys that have told me the same. They're like, I fucking hate men's clothes because I can't fit my butt in them. You know what I mean? It's so stupid. I wear a lot of men's upperwear. Like, I've learned that a men's medium is, like, perfect in t-shirts and shit like that, or a men's small. Sometimes a small, depending. But, like, across the board, I mean, women's clothes don't fit any better. They just make us feel like we need to fit into a sausage casing. But at least some of them at least are, you know, literally spandex. It's all about spandex. That's it. You just live in stretchy clothes and everything fits. That's it. But none of it has pockets, which is some bullshit. Kilts are great. Yeah. And boobs, like, it sucks because you can find a super, super cute t-shirt you want, and when you put the boobs in it, then it like balloons out, and, you know, you just, like, I don't know. They're just not built well, but spandex is literally everything. It's the only way if you've got bends in your body because all clothes are made for a square, I guess. It's a me thing. I guess I get angry because I expect people to have the same skill level as me in my work, and I need to understand that this is not always the case. I get that, though. It's hard. It's hard. Especially when you have such high turnover, I feel like you're constantly training people. I was wearing women's pants long before I was one because of my badonk. I completely sympathize. Like, I've been wearing men's shoes almost my entire life because I learned at a very young age that shoe stores get one size 10 and one size 9 in stock for literally any shoe that is marketed gendered female, and then they're out, and that's it, and you're fucked. And I was like, I've been told actually I have small feet for my height. I'm 6 feet tall and I wear a 9.5. It's not that big of a foot, and seriously, I just gave up. I wear men's skater shoes and I have my whole life because I'm not gonna fight it. It's just so stupid. It's not that big. We do. There's just none. I mean, it's crazy. I asked a shoe salesman. I was like, "Why do you never, ever, ever have my size in literally any shoe?" Like, I would look at a wall and be like, "Any of these shoes? Do you have a 9, 9.5? I'll suffer." No, we get one, and once it's sold, it's sold. And usually, there's an employee waiting for it to come in, and they buy it. It's just ridiculous. I'm so sorry, princess. It's the shit. I mean, literally, like, Lucifer bless online shopping. Seriously, fuck malls, fuck department stores, fuck them all. They do nothing. Like, the way that they supply things is absolute bullshit. It made me feel like my body was broken for many, many years of my life. The fact that we can just, like, basically order from the warehouses at this point, and they actually have, I mean, I've seen up to a gendered women's size 12 in shoes online. Like, it's crazy. It's so relieving because I feel like maybe there's a generation where their parents will online shop and they won't feel like something's wrong with them because not one store has their fucking size. Like, that's crazy. No shit, Molly, you fucking get it. It sucks. And it's, I mean, honestly, it's not that big of a shoe. My friend Eliza, she's a 5'10" and she wears an 11. It's crazy. It's so broken, and I just don't know why it continues that way because I don't think there's anyone out there like, wow, I sure love the way everything fits on me because everything works out, ever. With women's, you'll go to 5 stores and find 10 different definitions. I know. It's so, I mean, and even, I mean, we have a few stores in the US that that utilize men's sizes for what's marketed as women's clothing. There's a store called Buckle. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Buckle, but as a tall motherfucker, back when I had to like work in the world and look mildly professional and like, leggings aren't pants was like a thing back then. I had to buy jeans. I had to go to Buckle and buy jeans because they actually had like, the 29 waist, 35 inseam, which is crazy measurements that no one ever fucking carries. But they had those, but across the brands, it was still different. I fuck you not. Like, you could try on 3 brands of a 29 waist and they would all fit different. I was like, this isn't working. Like, this is not what the fucking point was. Oh, Buckle pants were great, but they were like $80 to $150 a piece. They were insanely expensive. Like, I usually would have 2 pairs that I would wear literally constantly because they were so expensive, but they were wildly comfortable. They actually fit for once in my life, but damn expensive. I don't know what my Europe size is. I think like a 43, 42, 43. I believe. I don't know. No shit, McTaggart. Losing weight made you go down shoe sizes? What the fuck? That's amazing. A 10, 10.5. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to buy shoes here in a store. You would have to go online. It'd be impossible. They just don't have them. Unless you were in the men's, in which case you would actually be, I think a 10 is an 8.5 in men's. Which, gendered clothing, right? We're still doing it. We're so archaic. But and it's like, why are they like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? I don't know. Nobody knows. But yeah, that's a thing. In the UK, I'm an 8. What a weird. So and in Europe, it's like in the double digits, right? You gotta have the stretch. I mean, honestly, I don't know how anyone deals without spandex in parts of their clothing. Like jeans and shit like that. I want to be able to crouch down and bend over and not feel like I'm gonna tear through the jeans, No shit. My wife grew a foot size? That's wild. Childbirth is a miracle. I mean, it's a miracle. What I say is it's fucking black magic. The things it does to women's bodies that literally have absolutely fuck all to do with the child is amazing. Like, fucking weird. So wild. Burn the patriarchy, hail Satan.
Word. A to the motherfucking men.
We're 13. Yeah, it's fucked. I mean, that's what I feel bad when I complain about it because I know there's people that are way more drastic than me. I know there's people with like a size 13 foot or like, there's 6'9" people out there, 7-foot people. Where the fuck are they shopping? Because I'm struggling. Like, damn, I don't even know. I've known women that are like 7'1", 7'1". They gotta, I mean, my mom taught me how to sew in high school, literally, because there was no clothes for me. The fuck are these people doing? I don't know. I try not to bitch too much because I know and it's just as bad for the shorties. Like, I have so many friends that are, 5 foot, 5'1", 4'11", and they have, You know, it's the yin yang. They have the exact same complaints, but the opposite. And it's like, okay, so no one's having clothes made for them. Clothes don't fit anyone. Like, we're all just not talking to each other. Like, the talls are be like, oh, everything's made for short people. And the short people are like, everyone's made for other people. We're not talking to each other to figure out that, like, oh, nothing's made for anyone. They're just making us hate each other for some reason. You know? It's fucked. Anyways, just a sidebar, Pat. For real, growing up on the border of Canada in Eastern Washington, there was a saying, like, this was before internet memes. Before that shit, we all would make fun of Australia and how scary it was. We had Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin taught us about the scariness of Australia. But people that are afraid of Australia have no idea what's in Canada. Herbivores will murder you for fun in Canada, not for food. Like, I'd take a giant harmless spider over a moose any fucking day. Nah, bitch. Right, and that's just the herbivores. We haven't even got into fucking timber wolves or grizzly bears yet, for fuck's sake. These are like the pleasant creatures wandering swamps and eating seaweed, for fuck's sake. New Zealand is the land of the kakapo. To me, New Zealand is just giant flightless birds that howl and are strange, and I love them. But Australia gets a really bad name for having scary animals, and it's like, dude, Canada is a fucking nightmare. I mean, I love it. I used to go there all the time, but like, I would not wander in the woods in Canada at nighttime at all. There is so many. The orca, right? I forgot about the orca. Those sea lions. Is it sea lions? What? It's a type of seal. I can't remember which kind, but they have huge old fangs, and they can rip you. They'll rip you to shreds. They're huge. Those are up in Canada, right? It's not I don't know if they have walruses, but walrus isn't the one I'm thinking about. It's an actual seal. They've just got like tiger teeth, I would say. Not tusks, but like I've seen them. They've got like fangs, like they are meat eaters. I think they eat penguins and shit. They're I want to say a leopard seal or like a harbor seal, something like that. They're wild, but they just have like the inner workings of basically a giant tiger or something in their mouth. It's insane. I think those are up there. Like, it's everything. This is why Canadians are so hardcore, because when they go outside, they just accept that death might be there. It might be in the form of a moose. It might be a bear with cubs. You don't know. It's just there. And when that is a state of being, you become kind of a hardcore bitch who says things like toque. Cougars? See, I forget about the animals. I was literally on the border of Canada, so we kind of shared the exact same environment. But I didn't see a moose for the first time literally until a year ago here in Colorado. That was the first time I ever saw a moose in my whole life. So I just don't think where we were was like the altitude for a lot of the creatures that I know are up in Canada. We didn't see them. But I was like right on the border. I don't know. But we did have cougars. I forget about the animals we have in common. We had like cougars. Cougar, turkey, black bear, white-tailed deer, and then little stuff that didn't matter. But that was like the big animals that I remember seeing everywhere. White-tailed deer were probably the scariest, because if they're in rut, they will just kill you because they think you're a male trying to fuck their woman or something. They'll run into a car. They're so stupid. Yeah, I could leave the city and get bugged by a bear. I mean, there might be a bear in your city. I've seen videos. Canada's crazy. Green Reaper just passes by. Hey there, I'm nearby. And you're like, lol, you're the best. You're the best, brah. There's no bear out there today, right? Right? Yo, G, look at me, right? Look at me! It's a fucking bear outside. God damn it. Get the bear spray, Tina. I could see it. A bull moose antlers can be 8 feet across. My parents have a set of bull moose antlers in their basement, and they use it to dry clothes. Like, the antlers are so wide apart that you can dry an entire fitted sheet on them. Like, their antlers are the length of a bed. That is mind-blowing to me. It's insane. Like, my brain doesn't function thinking of that, because I've only seen, it was either a baby moose or a female moose, and it was up when I was driving in the mountains. And I did not stop because I'm not a fucking idiot. I have a lot of Canadian friends who have well advised me not to go near a moose. So I just kept driving and was like, wow, a moose. But I've seen one once now. It happened, but it didn't have horns. or antlers, and so it's really I cannot conceptualize how wide these antlers are. As long as a bed, which is crazy. They're dinosaur deer. I don't know how else to put that. I grabbed it, Lizzie. Hold on. Let's finish this goose one before I forget. But Lizzie's down. Oh, look, it's a swan. Everyone stop. It's fucking incredible. Wolves? I don't know if I've ever seen a wolf. I think I might have thought I saw one, but it was too far away to tell. Oh, she was living in one of the cabins in the park. Oh my God, that probably was an experience. The amount of wildlife she probably experienced was probably literally amazing, to be honest, as long as you're safe. It was near the reservoir, that's why. Animals. We have, like, the one tomcat in all of Denver that is, crazy enough to live outside. We have that. I named him, Willard. He's missing an ear and an eye, but he's pretty badass. Do you ever just want elevator music on demand all the time? Or the Jeopardy music? When I was in Yellowstone, the next campsite over, woke to a buffalo sleeping next to like, it laid up against their tent to go to sleep. No, you're in that tent until it's done. Oh my God. I don't know what I would do. Shit. I've gone camping a million times. I've never experienced, like, I don't think. We've seen, like, beavers and stuff and squirrels and woodpecker, but I've never seen, like, a big wild animal. That would be so cool / scary. Like, I'd want to get out and take a picture so fucking bad. Why would you walk up to parents guarding their babies? Because you're an idiot. Do it for the gram. I mean, you know this. We can't assume a level of intelligence anymore. It's not fair to anyone involved. You know what I'm saying? Because people are just fucking clueless. The velvet losing is the wildest thing. See, I've seen deer do this for years, and there is no amount of getting used to it. Ever. White-tailed deer do the same thing. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's the difference between antlers and horns, right? Like, mountain sheep, they have horns, right? Because they don't lose them. They just, like, eternally grow. Whereas if it's an antler, you have to shed it, I believe. Right? Oh, it's been a bit. Yeah, dumb does not, I mean, oh, yeah. Bravery is often misconstrued a little bit. That is right? Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So deer and moose do this crazy thing where they, like, have to rub the velvet off of their antlers, and it looks like they have disemboweled someone on their head. There was a picture that went around Reddit for a while that was actually, I think it was two white-tailed deer. I don't know, one of you probably saw it way back in the day, but it was two white-tailed deer that fought with each other, and their antlers actually got stuck together, and they just died that way. And someone found the carcasses, and literally they were still locked. It was pretty wild. The deer are so fucking stupid. Think of the average person, remember that half people are dumber than that. And most of it's willful, and that's the sad part. I was camping in a lean-to at a national forest, and this raccoon wandered in and started eating my snacks out of my Ziploc bag. This is my bad. I needed something better than that. And I was like, okay, buddy, it's yours now. Do not come for me. I laid there for an hour. No shit. I had a raccoon, like, come at me on a run one morning. Twice in my life now. Twice. Once in Bellingham and once here. Horrifying. Like me running sunrise, that twilight time when it's kind of dark, and all of a sudden something in the bushes, like, and then this thing that kind of looks like an upright, gremlin of 3 feet jumps into the road and goes at you. Oh my fucking God, have I never run faster away from whatever. And then I was like, oh, it was a raccoon. Like, my brain just did not, compute that early in the morning. But, like, rabies, I'm never gonna fuck with that shit. Raccoons, do not fuck with. Like, they are not the cute, fuzzy monsters we think they are. Jesus. Sorry. Infuriatingly fucking great. Good job, you bastards. She did look like Stevie from Schitt's Creek, but no shit. That, like... Can we just talk about this hair? I don't say things are goals often, but... That's some luscious shit. Would play with. willfully. Badass. That one was pretty good, right? Like I'm a little mad at it, but it's okay. That hair is beautiful. That's just like really healthy looking hair. It looks so, I don't know, healthy. I haven't had healthy hair. Well, this is pretty healthy. So we're not going to talk about it. It's molding, obviously. Right? I mean, how do you not wear your hair down if it looks like that? And it even like lays nice on her head. Fuck that bitch. Now I'm just getting mad. I would. Revoltcon so hard. Oh my god. I wouldn't be able to just stop putting my fingers in it, I don't think. Like nothing would ever happen. Hello, I'm here to draw your blood. Just sit nice and still and relax. Now, do you think you're more of a crimson or a deep red blush? Yes, a nice rusty tinge, my favorite. Right, this fucker's coming for me. I'm not fast enough. I'm totally not fast enough. And that snake is just like, get the fuck out of the sun, dude. Right? I'm not shitting you. There's God, what? I think it's technically like Denver proper. I don't know. It's a giant like park with a water feature. I would barely call a lake in the middle. But there's oftentimes turtles in there, like sitting on the edge, but they blend in. You cannot see them. They're like sitting on the edge of the water. So when I'm running by, twilight, AM, morning, dark, can't see, barely conscious, no coffee, and you just hear that like bloop into the water. And I jump 3 feet in the air and do like a rabbit binky sideways, and I'm like, ah! Just to notice that it's a turtle. I'm existentially paranoid of being kidnapped, getting the fucking legs swept. I don't know what it is. It's just, if you've ever like gone out when it's like that twilight time at night or in the morning, it's just this weird level of quiet that's almost unsettling. Like the birds are not there yet. They're either just waking up or going to sleep, and there's no sounds, and there's not a lot of people out because it's either like people are going to work or they're eating dinner. And it's just when a sound happens, you're like, is it a crime? I'm being crimed now. Every time. Every time, even if it's turtle. Most of the time it's turtle, though, honestly. It's when joggers find those dead bodies. I honestly try to stay a little unobservant of my surroundings as much as I can while being safe because I don't want to find that. I've seen shitty socks and stuff, and that's enough to ruin a day. No, nerves, I totally get it. Honestly, like, I go at the ass of dawn when I know that almost no one can willfully get up and force themselves to run with me, but I'm safe as I fucking can. Like, I'm right next to an elementary school, so I usually stay around the elementary school because it's all lit up. It's got street lights. It's an elementary school. There's people there usually super early in the morning, like teachers and stuff like that. So I don't feel alone. They have a water fountain, so I can stop and get water. And I don't run with headphones. That's one thing I kind of miss about treadmill running is I do like running with music or like an audiobook, but I absolutely think it's unsafe and not smart to not hear what the fuck is going around you while you're running. Like, not only could I be hit by a car, but like a creepo coming up. I I try not to live a paranoid life. I just try to live smart. And I know that it's possible, so why risk the chance? Like, I'm not winning any award doing something dangerous and getting away with it. You know? I'd rather just not be crimed on. Okay, those conduction headphones are pretty fucking crazy. Those are the only ones I've ever been able to wear. The wraparound shocks ones. That's the only pair I've ever felt safe, but I oftentimes still find myself moving one up just because, it's kind of that thing. There's actually, it's like a weird phenomenon. I learned about it when I was in college in this cognitive psychology class. The shocks are great, right? But there's something to, have you ever noticed if you are suddenly lost in traffic when you're driving, you turn the music on the radio down. You won't even think about it. You'll just turn the music off or turn it down. There's something about that where even the bone conduction, like, I feel like I still want one ear clear just in case. I don't wanna be hit. It's mostly just being hit by a car. Like, I've feared, like, a drunk driver first thing in the morning going home from a bar or something and swerving into me because I didn't hear them. That shit scares me. Yeah, it's the super low volume or, if it's one of those, like, if I'm listening to an audiobook where you just literally can't have it low enough, but also hear it at the same time, I'll slide one up so it's not on. But shocks are great because you literally can hear everything around you. They're incredible. But honestly, Nerbs, I commend you for that. It's smart. It's like I hate living in a world where it's like a pretty bitch running alone is dangerous. And as much as I want to like fight the system and fight it and make it so that's not real, and not acknowledging it lets it go unacknowledged, and it still happens. Like, I watch a lot of fucking true crime. The amount of people that get swiped on a fucking morning run or evening walk is asinine. It's just, it's better to be safe than sorry, as fucking trite as that is. I feel my privilege when I walk my dog at 6 a.m. on the river trail, and I'm generally not afraid, and sometimes think, not everyone can do that. Yeah, it's weird for me to, like, we just had this conversation a couple, like, I think it was last week. Someone mentioned it in chat, but they said, like, it's weird to me that dudes don't walk to their car with their keys like this. And I thought everybody walked to their car with a key out of their fingers like a knife. Thought everyone did that. Thought that was just a way to stay safe in a parking garage. But that's something that there's a large population of human people in our world that literally don't even have a concept of like, wow, this might be unsafe. Like, I remember when I worked at Hopkins, there's, you guys know it's enormous. I've talked about it many times. It's got like an underground city, literally under the city, to move laundry and shit around, and meds to different pharmacies and different hospitals to the other side of the city, whatnot. But the way that we usually left the hospital coming off of night shift is we would take an elevator from the actual basement to the underground basement, walk through these dark, unlit tunnels, literal tunnels that have little train tracks on them, and there are automatic moving little trolleys of dirty laundry and or hazmat goods just moving on them really slow all 24 hours a day. It's really creepy. So when you're down there could be nothing, and then you just hear like and this little cart just starts to go by you, and it's full of like bloody laundry. It's fucking wild. But like, you had to walk through that to either some very scary stairs or another elevator that would take you up into the parking garage. And I remember my first night getting off night shift, so it was morning, my male boss was like, I'll show you a quick way to get to the parking garage, and showed me this way to go through the tunnels. And I looked at him, I'm like, are you fucking with me? Can anyone get in these tunnels? Yeah, man, you can get them anywhere in the city. These are public tunnels. We just use them for laundry and shit. I'm not fucking doing this alone. Are you kidding? Like, I'm a big person. I don't fear other people. This is just being stupid. What the fuck? And I shit you not, the amount of times I saw like bloody clumps down there, or like piece of a scalp or needles or something just in a dark corner. If I had a group of people, I would go that way because it was a lot quicker than walking through the actual official hospital, like walking through patient areas. But like, it's just things that like, I guess you just, I mean, and that's no shade. You don't have to worry about it. You've never had to worry about it. Why would you worry about it unless someone's like, hey, it's something I've never not worried about. Look at my key knife, you know? Pagan, it's smart. I mean, like, honestly, I think I could speak for most of us when I say, like, hopefully, pray to Zeus, she never has to utilize that skill ever in her entire life, and it's the most useful thing you've ever taught her. That would be the best. If literally, she's 70, she's like, why was I taught this? At least she was taught, like, what's the fucking harm in knowing how to be safe? Literally, there's no harm in it. The worst case scenario, you never have to use those skills, which is, like, best case scenario, right? See, and I feel safe with my giant dog's 2 kills when I walk the dogs, but when I run by myself sometimes, especially when I kinda get into a mode where I'm not really listening, I'm kinda like, inhale, step, step, exhale, step, step, you kinda get into that weird zone, like, mental zone. I do get a little, like, this is the moment when someone could take me out, and I wouldn't be I'm so tired, I'm worn out, I'm killing myself physically, like, this is the time. I'm weak. World sucks ass, and sadly, it's not changing. If anything, it's worse. I mean, we live in a fucking bougie area, and we had 2 shootings, oh god, at the outdoor mall near us in the past year. Like, we got Denver Broncos and Colorado Rockies that are known to me living in the neighborhood across the street, still got people shooting at each other in public. We have that, and I'm literally 2 blocks from an elementary school. And I had neighbors, I don't think they live there anymore because last summer I didn't see them at all do this, but the 2 summers prior, they would regularly speed their dirt bikes up and down our road and, like, wave firearms in the air. I don't think they ever shot one, but people set off a lot of fireworks around here, and I lived in Baltimore, so my sense of like, oh, that was a gunshot is very skewed. But like, it was like something out of a movie. Like, they'd be doubled up on dirt bikes just speeding up and down the road like, ooh, and I'd be like, oh my god, did I leave Baltimore? What happened? Did I go? I don't know. Did I just black out? Penis. I love you. I hope you're doing well, honey bean. What city was this? Which one? I mean, so it's not that they're like, it's not like there's places outside in the city where it's like, welcome to the underground. Please walk here. But there are ways to get in and out of these underground tunnels from the streets because I guess that's like, fire exits. It's necessary, safe, blah, blah, blah. But these tunnels essentially connect every single hospital building in the city of Baltimore, which expands the city. Like there's buildings a mile from Johns Hopkins proper that are still Johns Hopkins. It's like a burn unit or something like that. They're all over. So these tunnels do that. And then they also go to separate pharmacies, stuff like that, wherever the fucking shit the laundry is being done. It's pretty crazy. I've never walked them extensively because they are scary as fuck, but they're there. And I know they've found people that are homeless and shit down there. Like they're just trying to find somewhere to sleep. It was completely harmless, but they definitely find them down there, which means they can get in. My dogs do make me feel safe just because they're huge, and I know I feel like they're so instinctual with like their hunting instinct and their inner poodleness that I feel like something would kick in if someone tried to hurt me, But I don't know. I hope so. I still think the reason Misty and I are together is not because of the initial friendship, but me saving her from being mugged at Dragon Con. Dude, that would be like a Munchausen thing. Do you want to admit to that skill yet? Or do you want to like keep it in your back pocket for later? I don't know. We can pretend this didn't happen. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but like that might be something you want to hold on to. I've met her. She's like strong and shit. She will like fuck you up. You fucking know, dude. I wouldn't. My lab shepherd Sparky was the sweetest dog in the world until he sensed bad vibes, and then the cop dog gene kicked in, and he was downright scary. That's what I mean. That's a really good example. So my dogs pretty much are dopey and love everybody, but every once in a while, like both of them will kind of do this sit back and kind of a like super uncurious about this person, no wagging tail, and I just know. I follow my dog's gut. They love everybody, but when there's someone they don't like, I immediately am like, Derby girl, right? I wasn't gonna say it, but like, there's multiple reasons why I would not would not fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? I have to pee really bad, but I've got these other the two music videos. These are the ones that were the longest. The one that is El Estipario is only 3:49, but the other one's like 10 minutes. Worth it, my dudes. They're the fucking they're the caramel core of what we've just all gone through today in these crazy videos we watched. It's they're drum gods. Oh, nuh-uh. And you didn't listen. I mean, let's be real, Pat, though. I don't think any of us are trained to initially completely trust or at any time, like, listen to our gut or our, like, instinct. It's like, go hug your uncle. You love him. No, he makes me feel creepy. He's a drunkle. Go hug him. Okay. We've come full circle. Like, it's just, it all stems from that shit. We have these gut instincts. We're just trained not to listen to them for a really big portion of our life. And then we have to, like, get back in with it. Like, oh no, you make me feel like shit. And it's because you're probably shit. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Isn't it sad how hot they are? God damn it. I think dogs can smell evil. I don't know. That's my personal theory. All right, I gotta pee real bad, and then we'll watch these videos. I'll put on some music, don't worry. Second break of the day? I don't fucking know. Stretch your legs. Take a break. Load a bowl, get a drink, do what you need to do. When we return, epic music time. And I don't exaggerate. I'm very excited. My hard same. Same. Like, I was raised on country that's lit. My parents were just like, they had the same fucking little box of CDs that they probably have in their car to this day. And it was like Trisha Yearwood and Shania Twain and Tim McGraw, et cetera, et cetera. And I didn't hate it. I don't hate it. I have like a weird nostalgic like affinity for it. If I hear it come on like at a bar or something, I get down. I can sing all of them. But there's something, Dolly just fucking gets it. Right? Dolly Parton singing Wrecking Ball is fucking incredible. She also does an incredible cover. I was actually trying to find it when I was out with the dogs. I didn't see the cover on, I don't even know if it's like a recorded cover, but she does a version of 9 to 5 with Kelly Clarkson on Kelly Clarkson's like talk show that is fucking gorgeous. It's like the song is totally different. It's not that like high beat, like poppy kind of hit. They start out really slow and like melancholic with it. And for the first time in my life, the song hit like it's supposed to. Like I finally listened to the lyrics and I was like, oh my God, this is tragic. But just singing it at a different like tempo, it's like hearing I want to dance with somebody slow. Have you ever heard someone sing I want to dance with somebody like a slower version of it? It's heart-wrenching. That is one of the most beautiful songs in the world, and I just got chills thinking about it. Literally, I just got shivers down my spine. It's like that. Like you take a song where it's like, "Oh, I want to dance with somebody," and it's fucking fun and it's poppy and we all fucking love that song. And then you slow it down and you're like, "Oh my God, she was in so much gay pain. Oh my God." It's wild. I'm trying to think if I don't even know of a person who did it specifically. Um, the Dolly one I can find really easy. The Dolly and Kelly Clarkson one. If you want to hear 9 to 5 in the sad version, that one's fucking gorgeous. But I'm trying to think. I can probably just look it up. Hold on. Shut up, reasonable. Fuck you. Thank you. Fucking done. I'll find the other one. Hold on. Found one. Perfect. It's gonna break our hearts though, probably. Yeah. Oh my God, Sini Moose, let's get high. Cheers. Put some. I'm trying to keep my bowls. I have some kind of like low. It's just low percentage weed. It doesn't hit very hard. And I've been trying to keef it regularly. I was looking. Did I keef you? Yes. Okay, I got that. I want to dance with somebody. I want to dance. But this is the Kelly Clarkson one. It's truly beautiful. And again, it's one of those cases where like I would even back when Kelly Clarkson was like a huge hit. Like of course all of her hit songs were phenomenal. Her voice is great, but it wasn't really my jam. I was never massively into pop or anything. That was like my metal era. Kelly Clarkson's voice is fucking incredible. It's so good. I found one that's like it's got like over 1 million views. I'm hoping it's a good one. But if you have like like the one that I found, I'll show you that I want so bad. It's a big old fucking hardback book, but it's the history. It's literally Dolly's history in sequence or something like that is what it's called. But it's beautiful photography of every single dress and costume she's ever fucking worn. And I want it so bad. It's such a cool book. It's one of those giant fucking coffee table books that just looks, I mean, it's got all her commentary about the costumes and stuff in it, and then talks about the designers and it's the amount of knowledge she has about her costumes is actually probably one of the coolest parts to me. She's an active part in it, she's in there with the seamstresses working on stuff and with the designers, and she loves it just as much as they love dressing her. I want it so bad. It's such a cool book. Check it out. It's something, I believe it's like My Life in Sequence or something like that is what it's called. But it's a big old fucking meaty book, but it's all her outfits and they're just gorgeous. I mean, she really knows what's up. I don't know. She knows what's up. All right. I'm packing a bowl because this next one might hit us in our feels. This is the slow version of I Want to Dance with Somebody. If you're unfamiliar with the I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston, it's legendary. I'm sure you fucking heard it at one point in your life. But it's like a fast poppy song that was pretty fucking popular back in the day. I actually watched the Whitney Houston biopic. That was really sad. Really, really sad. I had no idea. Had no idea. Man. Her brain's bigger than her boobs, which is amazing. It's iconic, right? It's truly an iconic song, and like I just didn't know it was about all that. She has so much pain in her soul, man. I just didn't know. It's crazy. Like my era of being aware of Whitney Houston was like her overdose era, which is terrible. And I hate that that's what's stained in my head. And like her daughter and the fucking dude, whatever the fuck his name is, that waste of air motherfucker. Like I feel like I'm a betrayal to the gay community and that I did not pick up on the gay pain she literally was existentially suffering Like, she really went through it, you know? All right. It's crazy. I think, I don't know if this was made up for the little biopic that I watched or not, but if I'm not incorrect, I believe it was originally written and Whitney wanted it to be slow and mournful, and they made her turn it into a poppy song because they wanted a pop hit. Oh my god, Chesh, that is, oh my god, the innocence though. That was so good. That made my eyes water. My hubby came home and he's so cute. He wanted to see my phone to show me this thing he's only just discovered called Spotify Wrapped. And I think I burst his bubble a little when I mentioned not losing it on my Spotify because I still needed to look at it. That Wrapped thing's been around for quite some time now, hasn't it? 100%. He could spoon me any day if he sang like that. He reminded me a little bit of uh how do you sleep when you lie to me? Sam Smith. His voice a little bit reminded me of Sam Smith in like its fluidity, like gorgeous voice. Well, hi Vile, how are you, love? All right. So, do we want to watch long or short first? Because there's the one where it's the Drumeo videos. I mean, I know a lot of you have never seen them, but they're fucking great. It's basically they take like a very skilled, famous, usually, at least in my experience, almost always renowned, famous drummer, and they play for them a song that they have never heard before without any drums in it. And then they have to guess the song. Oh, not have to, but they like try to write the drums to the song. And like it's crazy how close they get. Like they almost nail it every time or even make it a little bit better. It's fucking wild. That one's like 10 minutes and then we've got one by El Stabario that's like 4. I don't know. Is there an order to this? Dude, when somebody who loves me, right, Mayo? Yeah. Literally exactly what Kenny said. It's half the reason I don't want to do voice, or not that one, not do voice training. My voice is beautiful, but it gets me misgendered. I hate that. For you. Gendering voices is so, I just can't. I guess, I don't know. I have a lot of empathy and sympathy because I get misgendered. I've been misgendered my entire life and have a low voice. And people that are hateful love to come in like little trolls, and be like, "Are you trans? Are you a boy or girl?" Oh, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you're so base though. This isn't even fun." And it's such a dumb concept. Man, I don't know. Why don't we look for kindness in a voice maybe? Maybe that's just fucking me. No, hold on. You said something right before that. Yeah, it's literally about spending every night alone because your gay little heart ain't safe. I feel it when you sing it slow like that. Like I feel that, like the impending danger of loving who you want to love, which is fucking crazy. Ugh. Dude, Chesh, I was up there too. I was like, I don't remember. I was up in the high tens of genres as well. I had no idea. But let's be honest, the fact that there's over 60 something genres is kind of insane. Like, what are they? What the fuck are they? Like, how many subgenres are we gonna expect at this point, you know? Yeah, they either make fun of your voice, ask you to step on your balls. It's either you're a fetish or you're bullied for what you're fetishized for. I find in my life. Like, I'm bullied for having a fat ass, or my fat ass is a fetish. It's one of the two. And I feel like a lot of people in the trans community have to deal with a lot of that bullshit. Obviously, very different. I cannot put myself in those shoes. But when I hear your stories like that, I feel very akin to them because I'm like, man, that's shit I've dealt with my whole life. And it's fucking bullshit. Like, I hate that stuff. It's just so base. Very mid to me, you know? Oh my god, what isn't there flamin' hot Cheetos of these days? Drumeo? Okay. Wait, El Estapario? Then Drumeo. Okay, my bad. I almost went the other way. Estapario, then, okay. I was gonna do the same, like short then long, because the other one we're probably gonna pause a lot and like talk about it because it's fucking amazing. This is a new, stop it. Oh my god, that was almost, did you hear that? That was almost so loud it deafened us. I don't know why, but I forget that when I full screen something, it's just gonna autoplay because the world hates me. Not yet, McTaggart. You could make flaming hot Cheeto anything. I've seen it in sushi. Burritos. Dude, JJ, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't, there's no pleasing literally anybody. At what I am right now, I'm positive that someone out there is like, oh my God, what an obese pig. But I used to weigh 100 pounds more. Like, no, it's so judging. I mean, I just like get a fucking hobby, right? Get a hobby. Stop worrying about other people's bullshit, for fuck's sake. And we're all going through it, right? Fuck. Sorry, just moving shit. I'm getting dizzy. I gotta stop moving my head for a minute. Stop it. Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew, there you go. A guy with a real great voice is Mr. Ron Kalmakoff. Whoa. That's a name. Do I know that name? Hold on, I'll pull up a thing and look at that one. I don't know. That sounds a little familiar. Now that I've said it out loud, my brain is like, mobile. Dude, how does Cardi get his hair like that? Does he like comb it? 100 JJ, right? That was for me very much that, but also I don't know if you heard me. I was talking about this a little bit earlier. Sorry if I'm a broken record. But I remember when I gained all the weight and like realized it and was very unhappy in my skin, whatever. And I like psychosisly talked myself, I like brainwashed myself into truly believing that everything that felt wrong in my life would be solved if I just lost all this weight and was skinny. Like, skinny people are happy. Being skinny will solve everything. I will suddenly have good grades, or et cetera, et cetera. Like, I gave myself this psychosis, then lost all the weight. And then it was like, no, nothing was better because body fat does not affect your life, except in how other people treat you or maybe how your clothes fit. Like, I was so angry at myself. But I feel like maybe it was a weird game I had to play with myself to work out or something. Imagine if literally it was like, man, just gain 5 pounds and your taxes are done. Sick. I literally did. And it was how I drove myself to start running and stuff, which I'm like partially grateful for, but also is super fucked up. And I realize that. I know it's completely false, but I don't know. It's weird when you can cling on to something so kind of ridiculous when you're that like miserable and desperate. I thought losing weight would make air travel better, but then I realized that it's the length of my legs, not the width of them. God damn it. Okay, I got the dance. Did I just pull it up twice? Did I just pull it up 3 times? I did. It's fine. Gain some weight to pay your rent. Boom. Easy. Solved. Imagine. I know, and I really did though. Like, I convinced myself that the reason I had bad grades and, didn't do well in school was because I was depressed about my body. And that if I just could be less depressed about my body, which, spoiler alert, you hate it no matter what size it is. That's just facts. You just, it was like lies. I just lied to myself. It's crazy. Thinking back on it now, it really does truly feel like a weird psychosis I played on me. I don't know. I just want to look at the title. It says hardest cover I've ever done, but who is it? What's the song? I guess we don't get to know. I don't know. It just hardest cover I've ever done. 4-pedal drumming. Stop autoplay. I will fucking slit your throat. God damn it. Bathe in the bloodbath. Fucking dicks. Fucking dicks. I grabbed it. I actually clicked on it 3 times like a fucking idiot. I have it. I had it 3 times. We have it once now. Yes, some people just won't like you. Sometimes your personality is just your personality. Yeah. Being trans hits like that for me. It was a whole thing that was supposed to make me happy in my life. And my life is better, but also it wasn't the cure for depression, etc. Right? I think it's a case of like, fuck. Like, maybe some of this is just my core personality and has nothing to do with anything else. Damn it. Fuck. Self-care, man. It's the fucking worst. I feel that. Yeah. Like, I am happier in a lot of aspects. I obviously feel a lot more comfortable in my skin and I love running. But like, I really did fantastical, make it like fantastically crazy in my head. And it's like, looking back on it now, I'm like, why did I think that? Like, obviously, I like that I did it for my body and my health and whatnot, but like, How did I convince myself of all that other shit? Because that's so crazy. Oh, God. What? McTaggart, no shit? That's some oh, because allegedly you can't help people out the fucking door or something? That's some bullshit. I accidentally fucked the video up. It has to buffer for a second. Cheers? Well, cheers while we... It's 420. Happy 420 somewhere. It is self-care. It's like, it pays off, but it's a fucking pain. And like, I'm sure a lot of you can identify with this. I convince myself that like, if I do X, then Y will be Y. And it's like, there's no, just like you do one thing and it's solved. It's like, you have to work on shit forever. That's infuriating. Still, as a grown adult, I'm like, man, I gotta work on this shit always? Like, I can't just, do some fucking like high exposure therapy or some shit to like maybe no. You struggle eternally. And you get brief little commercial breaks of like euphoria, or maybe you've jerked off well or something. And then beyond that, it's just yeah, it's literally like tricking yourself into doing a thing. Seriously, no shit. I did that to lose weight. Like, my thing was very unhealthy relationship, and I remember very consciously, like, what I would do is literally eat myself into a state of physical pain. Like, I wouldn't eat all day, and then dinner time, I would eat, like, 7 people's portions of food and just, like, hurt to the point of immobility, like, arms up to breathe kind of thing. Like, oh my God, I would do that on a regular basis, gained a lot of weight. And I feel like there's no perfect weight for anybody. It's what you're comfortable at. I brought myself to a point where I felt like a sausage in too tight of a casing. I felt uncomfortable in said flesh. And what I would literally do is like I know that I'm the type of person, like, if I'm craving a burrito, I will not stop thinking about that burrito until I have it. So instead of like depriving myself of what I wanted, I would order takeout, and then I'd sit in the kitchen. I would literally take a knife, butcher knife, cut every single thing exactly in half, put half of it in the fridge, and then go and eat the other half. By the time I ate that half, I was realistically full. Not to the point of pain, but I'm so fucking lazy, I wasn't willing to go get the other half to heat it up and eat it. Mind fucking. Like, I know, it's like setting your clocks fast. Like, you did it, but somehow we can still fuck ourselves into doing it? I don't know, but it worked. It was the weirdest. Because I basically had stretched my stomach out to, like, competitive eating levels, It really does work. Like, and to this day, I eat whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want. I just run. Viper, my love, I hope you had a good turkey day. I streamed. It was fun. We watched funny videos. It's the cut everything in half / I'm a very lazy person. And it's not cut everything in half, but mainly if it was takeout. Like, I don't like to cook. We know this. I talk about it too much. I'm not into cooking. So when I was in college and shit, it was either Hot Pockets or takeout. And you guys know this. And if you don't, American takeout portions are astronomical. Like, kudos to you if you can put that shit away. Wow. It's crazy. It's bigger than my torso sometimes, like the actual literal place I come out on. And there was this place in my college town called ClassyKatie. It closed down due to COVID, which is super fucking tragic. But it was like this kind of renowned burrito place where you could get there was like this huge menu of burritos, but every burrito you got was the size of a small baby. All of them. They had everything you could imagine. And they were, I mean, honestly, I think bigger than this. It's been so long since I had one, I don't remember. But they're huge, and each one is 1,200 calories minimum. I used to be a calorie counter. Can't do it anymore. Very dangerous. I wouldn't advise it. I think it's kind of, whatever. Do you, boo-boo. I'm not here to give advice. But anyways, they're huge. 1,200 calories. Enormous. You get chips, eat. It's a lot of food. And literally, like, you think about it physically, like, it was bigger than my torso. I don't even know where it went. But I used to do that pretty regularly. And I would get that and cut it in half. So, like, realistically, I'm cutting something in half that kind of is, if you're eating a bunch all day, you're not just, like, binging one meal at the end of the day. It's cutting it into 2 realistic meals. Now, if you do, like, intermittent fasting or something, like, 1,200 calories a day is actually way under your goal. Like, I think most adults need over that many calories just to breathe. I think. Like, I know for myself, my resting basal metabolic rate, which is essentially while I'm sleeping, is, like, 1,500. No, it's, like, 1,700 something. And that's, like, if I'm in a coma, right? Viper, so for me personally, calorie counting became like a video game. So I started getting I actually literally developed an eating disorder because of it. It became a game of there wasn't a goal weight. It was just like, I know how to do this. I've got the hang of it. Let's go 2 pounds more. Let's go 2 more. And I'd brain fuck myself and be like, that number looks prettier. That number looks better. This is a weird number. Let's go 1 pound lighter. And it becomes a video game. It becomes like a numbers game. It no longer becomes about my weight or my health or anything. And I literally started to, I did. I hate saying, I try to like lessen it, which I'm working on in therapy. I had an eating disorder / have whatever. It's like alcoholism. You really don't ever not have it. It's just like, I'm in therapy and doing okay. But I went from, a very healthy, just healthy athletic body to like xylophones. It was bad. But like for me, and that's because I'm very OCD, like numbers are my thing. I liked math. I don't know. I got very, but it becomes like I just stop. The goal, like to be healthy and feel good about my body, no longer becomes what's the thing. It's just like I get excited waking up in the morning because I didn't eat dinner. And I'm like, oh, I might have lost a pound. And that number is prettier. But as soon as you hit that number, you convince yourself there's a better number. It's I can't. It's not good for me. You know? I just try to go by how my clothes fit and how I feel in my skin. 1,600 calories or something is average for sedentary adults. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm really tall and I work out and stuff, so obviously I burn a lot more calories. But yeah, 1,200 is really low. Like that's a baby, right? How do I find motivation to exercise? Molly, honestly, I started running as a way to kind of boost my metabolism and lose weight because I felt bad in my body. But I kept running because I found it was the only like time of day where my brain shuts up. I do it for psychology, for literally like for my brain at this point. I try to work out, try to like raise my heart rate to a point where my brain can't think about anything except breathing because it's the only time it shuts the fuck up. And so without it, it's like being in a loud mall 24/7 in my head. If that makes sense. Versus my run is like walking into that one store in the mall that's shutting down and kind of sad and has low ceilings and flickering lights, but there's nobody in there, and so it's kind of oddly peaceful. That's like my run at this point. Just the perk is I can eat whatever I want because I burn a lot of calories. But like really, it's psychology at this point. Like right now, because I'm getting over COVID, I haven't run in a couple weeks, and I feel it. Like I feel twitchy and edgy, like very what's the word? Irritable. I can feel it all day and I'm fighting it. I hate it. I feel snippy. I feel kind of bitchy and it's just cuz my lungs are fucked still. I'm like working on it, doing like heavier walks uphill and shit like that, but man, my lungs, that COVID fucked me. It's literally just the shut up. And it's like when I start, it's like usually like the first 5 minutes of a run hurt no matter how good of a shape I'm in. Like those just suck, especially if it's cold out, like your lungs burn. And I'm thinking about the tempo, literally, which is step, step, breath, step, step, breath, step, step, breath. And then you start to get used to it. And there's usually a good mile where it's still chaos time upstairs, but like I'm thinking about my run or whatever, what route I'm going to go. And then there's this point at a mile where everything's starting to hit and I'm tired and it's really early and all my brain can think about is step, step, run, breathe, step, step, breathe, step, step, breathe, step, step, breathe. And that's it. And it's just like fucking cathartic. It's my meditation, I think, you know? But it's unfortunate that I have to bring my body to the point of physical exertion to get there. But sitting still meditation has never worked for me. Like sitting still is the opposite of meditation for me. That is anxiety city. But that's kind of it because I know what I feel like without it. And I feel itchy, sweaty for no reason, just odd, almost like I'm getting sick. It's mind over mood, basically. Your body tells your brain that you need adrenaline. Kind of, yeah, literally. Makes 100% sense. My head doesn't shut up. Yeah, it's the worst. It's moving meditation. Boom. You said it. Yeah, that's literally it. It's like after working 10 hours, I'm tired, and then the same cycle happens on my days off. Yeah, I get that. That's why I find that I used to when I was in college, I would work out at nighttime, and it was a lot harder to get myself to a gym or to get myself anywhere because it was the end of the day and I was tired and I could make up 20 excuses why not to go. All of these things that I should be doing that are actually pertinent to life and exercising is just a privilege and blah, blah, blah. But then I would sit there and not do any of those things. but somehow, just putting them on my mental checklist above the working out made me feel better about it, made me feel okay with it. Versus like if I like literally the way I set my alarm in the morning, I have my shorts out, whatever I'm gonna wear to run the next day, depending on the weather, is literally within arm's distance of me, and I put my phone on it. And so I sometimes don't even get out of bed to put these clothes on. Like I'm half horizontal, like putting these on, and I don't even think. Like I just chug water and go. Before my brain has a chance to start ramping up all the excuses it wants to start playing out to not go do the thing. And if you have these things, I know you know what I mean. There is a moment in the morning before your brain decides to make 20 excuses for everything you should be doing today that really won't hurt you in any way, shape, or form, but making excuses for it feeds the anxious monster. Hard, same. It's another. I think I brain fuck myself a lot more than I realize. Whoa. I think so. I didn't really realize it, but I think I am mind fucking. Drumming. Yep. Playing piano used to be a thing for me. Literally anything where I'm just like constantly moving really takes it. I don't know what it is though. I read, Kona, same. I have to read a book to like shut my brain off. You know, Vile, I've read a lot of successful people read books first thing in the morning. I have those moments with working out or cleaning. I have them all. I have them for things I want to do. It's the stupid. I wish there was like a button I could turn off, but it's like the moment, say I made plans to go see a movie with people, the moment that comes to that day, the first thing my brain does is like, how can we get out of this? Even though I want to go. And I have to like constantly remind myself, like, no, you want to do this. You've wanted to do this. You want to see this movie. Because I know once I'm there, I'm enjoying myself, but for some reason, it's, oh, let's just fucking have a panic attack all day about all the different ways we could tell them we can't go. Why? Why? You never regret the things you did. You'll regret the things you didn't do. Oh my God, do you have the third? Have you started it? You didn't get out of bed fast enough. Yep, I used to have those too. Like, oh, you hit the snooze, the whole day's ruined. You hit the snooze on your phone. You're 5 minutes late getting up. What's the point in running? You'll never get back on time. What's the point? You're much better off. And it's much healthier to get that sleep, right? Yeah, totally makes sense. And I'm justifying just going the fuck back to sleep instead. Do it all the time. It's terrible. I fight it all the time. It's constant. Maybe that's why I feel spicy, because I'm literally fighting the screaming voice in my head all the time. It's like, but we could make excuses. All the time. I know. Your brain is literally it's like on guard, and you're like, "No, I didn't want to fight. I'm here to make a deal." And it's like, "What? I didn't even bring a weapon. The fuck is going on? I brought a bottle of wine and a picnic basket, for fuck's sake." Brains though, they're the worst. Music. I searched through the comments. I have no he is alternating tempos with all of his limbs at the same time. Like, I can do this. End of list. This motherfucker's got 4 different brains or something, and it just... Wait, did you see Snuff? Shut up. Shut up, I saw it! Come back! On a handpan? Shut up. So I don't understand the psychology of it in any way, shape, or form. But I had a belt that was no shit. It was like thick black leather, and it had a chain that looped like this. And then there was like metal rings, I think, staggered in between. And if you moved, the chains like would spin out like a little skirt. And it would be like chink, chink, chink. And every time I moved, because I am a creature of hips, it would be like chink, 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 a chink, a chink. And I'd be like, why are you looking at me? Please stop bringing your attention to my body. But I sounded like a fucking reindeer. Children, we're the best. The best. I don't know, but looking at pictures of myself when I was younger, I was like, Mom, who gave me makeup? She's like, not me. I'm like, well, fuck. Someone needed to take it away. It was the jingling of the chains is literally how we spotted one another. And we were like, light stick dance. I can't do it, but you know the one. It was our silent communication. Or if you want to be realistic about it, it was just avert, gaze, eye contact, etc. as fucking quick as possible and just acknowledge each other's existence. Otherwise, you are not cool. We were all fucking dumb kids. 100. I'm still a dumb kid. I'm sure in 10 years I'll be like, you were such a dumb kid. You know what's funny, McTaggart? So I watched all of Letterkenny when these guys suggested it to me a few years back, whatever. Binged the whole thing. I go and tell my sister, I'm like, you have to watch Letterkenny. You will fucking love this show. She watches 2 episodes and texts me. Like, I know she's only watched 2. It's only been like an hour since I told her. She's like, I started the show. You're a skid. Fucking cunt. According to Dave Grohl, he just steals from 70s funk songs. Really? I mean, stealing. That's, yeah, maybe. I don't know anything about drums. He might be. Dude, that'd be fucking hilarious. Can you imagine? It's like going to an elementary school and having to use the toilets. Like your knees are in your chin. He was inspired by disco drum beats. I didn't fucking know that. That's amazing. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It is kind of funky. Oh, I love the Midnight. Yes. If you love the Midnight, you should check out Starcadian. Very similar vibe and amazing. No shit, that's what he told Pharrell. And he outright said he got the idea for the opening bit of Teen Spirit by listening to Chick. Hold on. Oh shit. Yeah. Damn. Vile, be safe and have a beautiful day, honey bean. Oh, you got to see them live? Oh, I'm so jealous. I just heard it. Yeah. Seriously. These are the what I feel like these songs were so, like I said, there was a point in my life where I refused to listen to Nirvana because I was so saturated with them. Like going to school near Seattle and just like being in the area, it's like a way of life. They fucking love it. They love grunge. They love that shit. And it was just everywhere to where it's those songs where you don't really listen. I don't know how to put that. Like, I've heard it so many times. I've never really listened to it, I guess. Does that make sense? So when you actually like just sit there and like, I just listened to the drums. I'd never just listened for the drums before. It's weird because I've heard it a million times and never thought to listen, which is weird. Very weird. Um, Mac, dude, the thumbnail's fun. I mean, and when I said they feel like My Chemical Romance, I meant that as a huge compliment. I love MCR. MCR is fantastic. To this day, I still very much love them. But yeah, I dig that a lot. Man, happy 420 and cheers. I keefed it. I'm trying to keef regularly. Seriously, I've been keefing almost every bowl and I've barely tapped. Ridiculous. Me too. I fucking love MCR. Like a lot of their newer stuff isn't my favorite, but anything Black Parade or Post is just like, or Black Parade or before Post, Katie? Yeah, maybe? No, let's ignore that. You know what I mean. It's just I still listen to it this day. Helena is a legend. It's fine. They're just great. Yeah, they give me this feel exactly. It's a feel in my neck like, "Oh, I like this." Yes, I like it. It's like a happy feeling, but it's not like Barney or something. Have you heard of Ghost? What's Ghost? Are they new? Is that like a new thing, Chesh? I don't know. Are you being serious? Oh, they've been on my Spotify top 5 for the last 7 years in a row. I might be a sister of sin just by rights at this point. Oh no, it's cool. I love go on seriously, I thought you were kidding Because I used to play Ghost so much that I was, like, killing it. Like, I would literally just have this massive playlist that was every single album they ever had on repeat all day long. It's a problem. No, don't even. I thought you let me hold on, one moment. I love Ghost, if that's not apparent, Shesh. I actually have an emote that's my face painted up as a ghost in Franker Face, if you have Franker Face and you like free emotes. Where is she? There's my Papa Katie. Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, I love ghosts. But no shit, I thought you were joking and that this was the song you were sending me. This is like the ghost version of Rickrolling. It's impossible to pick. Yep, this is the send this to your friend who's a ghost fan song. This song was written by a schizophrenic, I think. It was like a poem written by a noted schizophrenic, and they just sang it. It makes no sense at all, but it's fabulous nonetheless. I don't hate it, Revoltcon. It's okay. It's a little, light for me, but it's good. Oh, the Papas are tough, honestly. Essentially, every album they introduce a Papa and axe one in some way, shape, or another, but they all kind of come back in one way or another as like a demonic being in the church, like Papa Neil, etc. Emeritus is my personal favorite, or Neil, one of those two. Love me some sexy sax, but Papa Emeritus was the more provocative evocation of the Papa. But it's basically just a satanic church. Like, that's their gimmick. It's fabulous. I don't know. I've been to their concerts a few times, and I dress as a Sister of Sin, which is their church, which is the church, the ghost church's nuns, I guess. It's just slutty nuns. It's great. We have a good time. It's a really good time. I mean, seriously, it's a blast. No, it's impossible to pick a favorite, though. I couldn't do it. I mean, it depends on my mood. Same with, like, Nine Inch Nails. I love all Nine Inch Nails, but I could never pick a favorite Nine Inch Nails song because it depends on what mood I'm in. Like, there's eras of them, you know? Yeah, One Cardinal, I hate to say it, I didn't really enjoy Cardinal Copia. The album was okay, but, like, Rats is probably one of my least favorite songs by them. Unfortunately, we love Rats. We stand, like, the physical animal here very hard. But, like, the song was very, like, meh. Or it was overplayed and I killed it for myself. I don't know. I was never, like, not really. I tend to not cling on to whatever they put out as their hit. I go to the album and then I find better songs in there that I just personally like. I still like it all, though. I know. I love Rats. Seriously, like, we stand the Rats. But for some reason, I think that song, because it got on the radio, I think. Like, they actually kind of got a lot of notoriety. That song was very palatable. And it just got kind of killed for me a little. But I listen to them so much on my own. It's very easy to kill them for me. The song Stay they did with Patrick Wilson, hold on, I'll have to re-listen to it because I don't remember. I tend to just listen to the full albums and I forget song titles. Is that on the new album? I haven't listened to the new album very much, like, cohesively. Uh, what is it? Yep, anything by Maynard James Keenan, I couldn't pick a favorite. From Pucifer, Tool, Perfect Circle, the answer is yes. just, yes. I Love Eternal's really good. He is a great one. He is used to come on like on my playlist on repeat all the time back when I played ESO a lot. And I'd be in the middle of a battleground and people would just pop into my channel randomly and be like, "Wow, I didn't know she was like religious and into gospel music," which is fucking hilarious to me. That used to happen a lot. Yeah, Ghost was like, man, I just honestly, I don't want other people to think like, "Oh, fuck, I don't wanna go hang out in Katie's channel today because it'll be Ghost, and I'm so tired of hearing Ghost." So I try so hard not to kill music for other people, but I fucking love Ghost. A lot. They're great. I mean, I'm just so happy you found them. They're kinda one of those bands that are a little obscure, so a lot of people have never heard of them, or they see what they look like, and they think they're gonna be like GWAR or something, like, just ridiculous for ridiculous sake, when in fact, they've just kinda got this gimmick of, like, this satanic church or whatever, but the music is genuinely gorgeous. Like, the lead singer's voice is beautiful. But it's hard. I know, like, Satanic Panic really fucked a lot of people up, you know? It's fucked up. There's no excuse for it, but it's fucked. There's still people out there, my mom included, where if you even facetiously say, like, "Hail Satan," it's like, "You don't really worship the devil, right?" I don't fucking believe in the devil. Where the fuck are you getting off with this? You know what I mean? And so I think it drives a lot of people away from the music, but once you hear it, it's fucking gorgeous. Um, Squarehammer and Cerise. Cerise makes me cry sometimes. I don't know, man. If I'm in the right mood, that song hits in a weird way. It's a little heartbreaking. It's like someone seeing you for who you are for the first time and being okay with it kind of thing. It hits in a different way. Oh my god, Chesh, I could dedicate a week to Ghost. I actually have. I have my ghoul mask. No, I don't have a goulet mask because they didn't have the goulet masks yet. When I went and saw them last time, but I've got an official ghoul mask from the show. I'm obsessed. It's a problem. Like, I love Ghost. They're great. I it's I have the, is it called the crucifix? I have the full-size crucifix, like, hanging in a picture frame on my wall with the concert tickets. My house is a little bit of a ghost. It's like a ghost/Millie shrine. No, dude. I mean, honestly, I was gonna do some of the BioShock Infinite stuff today, but we all derailed, myself included. I allowed it, and we got into music. And it's as much as I love sticking to a plan, I am never. It's so hard for me to say that something is gonna be more important or more vital to our experience as human beings than music. Oh, music is just everything. And you guys had a lot of really good music today. Today was a good fucking day. I had a lot of shit to our list. Oh, hipster, I had one of those shirts that said "Hail Satan," but it was Satan or Satan or whatever, however the fuck you wanna say it, and my mom, seriously, she wouldn't look me in the eye, she was like, "That shirt is filthy." I'm like, "Read a book." Good God, read a book. Yeah, Cerise really hits. It really does, and it's like, a lot of people will turn away because it's metal, and they'll be like, "Meh." Listen to the lyrics, man. Knowing the lead singer has a stepmom who was awful and pushed religion makes me appreciate the music so much more too. Very, very much so. He has a lot of personal experience with it. Yeah. I've signed up for alerts for the next show. Oh my god, dude. So they're not like, how do I say this? He's not auto-tuning or editing his voice at all. He truly does sing immaculately. So when you see them live, he's gonna sound exactly like he does on the album. It's phenomenal. His voice is perfect. But they put on a really epic show. Like, every single show I've ever been to of theirs usually is in, like, a theater concert hall, like, one of the older ones with the kinda stadium seating, and it's, like, red velvet seating that's really small and cramped because it's old, but the beautiful, like, filigree ceilings and stuff. They usually do shows in places like that, and they actually have it. If you've ever been to a Catholic mass, they mimic a Catholic mass, but, like, with the Satan stuff. So, like, you'll hear, like the fucking Gregorian chanting, and then people start coming out from all edges of the stage dressed as, like, what, like, these black hooded figures, but they're swinging the censers with the incense. And if you went to Catholic school or Catholic church, you're going to be brought back. It's the same shit. Like they're burning that incense and it's wild. And then the papa will come out usually in a cloak, drop it or something like that. And then they just bop straight into some fucking hard metal song and it's epic as fuck. But they really do put on a whole show. And one of the coolest things about the band, I don't know if you knew this, but excluding the lead singer, all the other band members rotate pretty regularly. And there's actually subreddits dedicated to trying to guess who's currently in the band because it's more often than not made up of famous people, Dave Grohl included. And people love to like zoom in on music videos and take pictures of the hands of the ghouls, which is why a lot of the time you'll see them wearing gloves or something nowadays because people were guessing who they were by their rings or by their nail beds or something like that. Because it's like they don't want to, like, even the lead singer, he didn't really reveal who he was until maybe 5 years ago or whatever. Because he's not just in he's not just in makeup, it's like prosthetics. He wears a lot of prosthetics and stuff on his face. So that's not what he looks like, like Pop Emeritus or anything like that. But it's really fucking cool. So basically, every show you go to, you could get a completely different experience, even if the set list was identical, because you're getting different bandmates almost every time, excluding the lead singer. And it's just like famous rock celebrities, whatever, who know the music and want to come hang out for a weekend and go do it. It's pretty fucking cool. Yep, they have backup singers. I mean, it's been different every time I've ever seen them, but it's seriously really cool. You wouldn't beat the DLC in 3 hours first episode, yes. Oh, really? Oh, so they're longer? I'm gonna write that down for tomorrow because I want to do it in one day just because they're cohesive, It's kind of like one story together, and I thought it'd be good. So we'll start earlier tomorrow. That's a good idea. Thank you, Knives. I'm so tempted by music. It's terrible. But it's so hard to find good music out there anymore. Like I feel like there's so much. It's too much. My tabs just crashed. Are you kidding me? No! I will burn you to the ground! Why? What the fuck is that? Y'all sent me some weird shit. I'm just moving it over, but half of them crashed. Give me a sec. No. I'm gonna kill you. Fine. I feel like every day around this time, something happens. Like my internet decides to do a shit tank or something, and it just. Shut up! Okay. I think I unbroke them. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, look up Carnival of Rust by Poets of the Fall. Thank me later. That is so many words I would never remember. I'm going to copy and paste that one. It sounds like a band. It sounds like a band that would have come out when I was in college who wore fedoras. But I'm very excited. Done. It's not a clown, right? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Wait. We've listened to a song by them. I see some played music in here. Hold on. I have to play one real quick. This one's been played. We've heard some. This one's literally apparently in our list. I just don't recognize the name because I'm terrible at that. One sec. What a slow intro you are. So many more seconds than I promised. Oh, I fucking love it already, but I don't recognize it. How has this been played? Maybe, oh, I wonder if it auto-played in the background one day and then tab crashed and I lost it forever. This is like 80s vaporwave. Vapor wave? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. This is so 80s. This is great. Poets of the Fall is the band, FYI. I love this guy's voice. His voice reminds me a little bit of like Depeche Mode. I dig it a lot. I just clicked this because it said it had been played before. I wanted to see if I recognize them or not. It's very much like a dirty, wet alley in an 80s movie, and I dig it a lot. Where there's just mystically like windows with red gossamer curtains blowing in the wind and some chick in lingerie, you know what I'm saying? Hey, oh, I know, it's so bad. Bless you all for putting up with me. I'm a mess. But I'm trying to learn that's okay. Doing great. This guy's voice is great. It's got a beautiful, like, it sounds like it's really down here. I don't know what it is. It's like a hum. Like a soothing hum to it. His voice. Oh, the shoulder pads, they've been coming back, and I don't get it. Like in a specific 80s movie? Any of them? I was gonna say Neverending Story, shut the fuck up, literally. That, like, swell. I was gonna say the same thing. Willow, like him hiking a hill and reaching the peak of it with his little walking stick and, like, standing in the silhouette of the sun. Yeah, I could totally see that. Mid-adventure. You know what's funny, Sronlin? I'd been listening to Crux Shadows for a really long time and had no idea who they were. They just, like, ended up in my playlist. I liked it, loved them. Someone mentioned them one day, and I was like, "I don't know who that is." I've listened to all of it. Driving in the Dark, mhm. That Rocky profile. Oh, you heard him from Alan Wake too? Oh, no shit, okay, that makes sense. Maybe that's why I had it played or something. Highlander could totes work this song. Yep, I could see that. It's great. His voice is very nice. I like it. It's got a decent hum. I don't know what else to call it, but I like the hum. The Never Giving Up montage song, 100%. Yep. Like, you're gonna mount that hill, motherfucker. You're gonna do it. Maybe that was it, Ronlin. It's the name of him. Now I recognize it because I had that dumb moment. But for some reason, I never associated the name to the music I'd been listening to. Brains, they're the best. I sure love mine so much. I'll keep telling her that until she's nice. Right? Kill him with kindness. I have to say this song. That was fucking sick. I saw it was like the charismatic voice or something reacting to that band, and I was like, "What the fuck?" She had such like a not good face, but I don't know why that would happen. Dude, Honestly, no idea. I don't have answers for any of it. The band, Old Gods of Asgard from Alan Wake 2 is members of the Poets of the Fall. Shut the fick up. My brain is dying. It's officially happening. Welcome to the witness. That's incredible. I listen to the Control song literally almost every day. I wake up with it in my head sometimes for some reason. Like, take control. But no, 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 no. You know, I don't know. Like, first thing, my alarm is Hosier, and the first thing in my head is that song. Fucking got me on that one. Sorry, I don't know what links of mine crashed. There was a new Tom Hardy one. Fuck me. Seven is a Christmas movie because people talk about the Bible and Brad Pitt gets a present at the end. Najee, how could you? Okay, Mike, still on that note, thank you for reminding me. Again, this is probably me being a dumb Seattle cunt who is unscoped to the world, but I saw that video suggested on my YouTube recently and I was like, how the fuck has anyone gone their whole life without hearing Everlong? Like on accident is what I'm saying. Ow. Again, totally scopeless. That's one of my favorite songs in the entire world ever. Like, it's the key to my pussy, for fuck's sake. It's everything. I don't know how you accidentally have missed Everlong. I just don't. I couldn't even click it because I was like, are they faking this? Is this for clickbait? Because how? But I'm sure there's some super prolific band that someone else loves that I've never heard of before. I literally just learned who Megan Thee Stallion was like a few days ago, so. Scopeless, you know? Oh, she says she's heard it before, so it is clickbaity. Okay. Good on her. Yeah, it's a little, okay. That makes me feel better because, like, I mean, in movies, it's a lot of places. I'm not saying you have to love it. Is it a Hanukkah movie because it's 7? 7 doesn't count. No Xmas in July. Yeah. Sup, Donna. I hope you're doing well, honey bean. Yeah, Everlong, I feel like it was on the radio all the time. It was in that movie Little Nicky, among other movies. It was really pervasive for a while. Like there was a there was a moment in time where I didn't like the song because it was like every fucking douchebag with a guitar went to a party and learned how to play Everlong. Like the opening thing to Everlong and would sit on the couch and do that till they got their dick sucked. Oh my fucking god. It was an era. Let me tell you. A fucking era. Oh, poor little dude, Chesh. You don't know what you don't know. Yep. Isn't that the beauty? Imagine if you knew everything. Would you even get up in the morning? What's the point? Okay, I think this one's just a song. Hold on. Dude, the picture's really... How are y'all finding these people with these beautiful voices? The fuck? I feel like I've heard of them as well. The band is called... Is it from Beyond the Abyss? It's got a really pretty voice. Oh, crispy. I fell down that hole many years ago. It swallowed me. I'm beyond the sphincter of control at this point. It all started with Baby Metal. And just You know what I'm saying? It's a great thing. I'm okay with it. I'm always looking for new music. There's too much out there. It's really hard to find good shit. Because I feel like I'm drowning, you know? It's like the moment you like something on YouTube, YouTube just suggests 50 things that sound exactly the same. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted. It's like across YouTube, I have a really hard time figuring out like what's the song name, album name, band title. I just want to know the band. Because really, I found them on YouTube. I'm going to Spotify. Like, thanks, YouTube, but you are of no use to me in my vehicle, nor when I work out, or in literally any fashion other than sitting at my computer. And I just, like, just give me your fucking band name. I want to go listen to everything else. And sometimes I'm just like, did I just spend 15 minutes looking through all that information to figure out which fucking word meant what? Like, fuck. Come on, CDs. It said, like, you know, fucking Lincoln Park across it on big. And then it was like, Hybrid Theory. Come on. It's got to be a little easier, right? And it's just, there's no generalization of it, so I don't know where to look. I'm just being a picky bitch about it. There's really no problem. I'm still going to go look them up and listen to their awesome music. It's just, I've found that sometimes I'm like, damn, especially with Japanese female-led metal bands. There's like, it's a paragraph in the title of the video on YouTube, and I'm like, what's the word that's the band name so I can just go to the good platform and listen to a high-quality version of it, please? Please help me. Help. You make it hard, and I'm so high. Come on. That's what I was saying. Is it age or just lazy? I think it might be me being lazy. Because it's there. It was pretty fucking obvious. I just like, I give up so fast because I take it kind of personally and get frustrated. I'm like, think of the consumer. Fuck. Is anybody listening to this sober for, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? You know what's funny? It was Hybrid Theory. Yeah, it was supposed to be the band name, but everybody fucked it up so much because they put Hybrid Theory so big on the album as opposed to Linkin Park that they were like, fuck it. We'll call the band Linkin Park. Or was it vice versa? Yeah. Their band was supposed to be Hybrid Theory, album was supposed to be Linkin Park, but everybody fucked it up because of the weird CD cover that they just went with what the public thought. I think that's pretty funny, actually. That one gives me a giggle. Isn't it always band song name? Honestly, I'd be happy for one or the other somewhere in the title of the video. Just somewhere. Band name. Especially if I like your music. I just want to go find it. And like half the time, the YouTube channel, so where this one says Funeral Portrait, half the time that's the like label. You know, it's not the band name. Well, I would say the majority of the time it's actually not the band name. It's usually a label or it's like a studio or something like that that's putting the music videos out, or whoever did the music videos. So then you got to go dig in the information and like read the sometimes I literally have to go to the comments to figure out. Like, don't you want me to go find your music? I thought. That's what you get for thinking. Idiot. Katie, me trying. This is why I probably forget the band names, though. Lazy or something. I think it's lazy. Didn't we just watch this video literally a couple days ago? Asian Kung Fu Generation. Haruka Kanata. Did we just watch this or am I fucking hallucinating? It looks so familiar. The title sounds familiar. Did I just watch? I don't know. I've still got the links. You guys gave me some music. I'm going to save those, which I've managed to successfully do. And we will watch. I want to listen and watch them this morning. But I have a very, very quick 1-minute video just to send you off with good vibes, I think. Pucky, you might be a little delirious. This might hurt you and maybe even rewire the way your brain works, but I think you'll really love it. Tom Cardy. What is it called? Oh god. Hold on. I forget the names of the songs because they're often not like the chorus. 1 second. It's because I love you. I have like 1 or 2 of the anime songs and stuff, and I do want to still. I feel like I have to like pinky promise. You guys know I want to listen to music and shit, but I have to walk my dogs before I lose the sun. Pretty soon it gets so dark that doesn't matter anymore, and I can go whenever. So it's the shit Perception Check. Oh my god. No, it's Perception Check. It's very short. It's not even a full song. It's like one of his shorts. You know, it's like cell phone video, whatever. But like the energy he gives off is so true to what you just said. But the video is just if you like this one, I highly suggest you go check out Tom Cardy. He has some phenomenal full music songs, of course. Music videos, songs, etc. Anxiety's a fucking classic. Red Flags, they're all noteworthy. Anxious human in the world have that horrible fake smile they give when they're just trying to make sure people around them think they're okay. And really, maybe it looks like you're baring your teeth in like a threat pose or something. Katie, you cool? You seem quiet. I'm doing good. Don't you see the joy in my face? I know I hate the sun. So honestly though, this spring ish, on that note of the sun taking me away from you early, i.e. walking my dog safe when it's not the middle of the night or when it's pitch dark out. This spring, because I will be recording a TTRPG with some people that are all over the fucking world, so we all have different time zones. We're gonna be recording it at the ass fuck dry of dawn, like hours that even I don't see on occasion. So I have been considering about like changing up my schedule to be a little bit earlier. And at the same time, but maybe start like an hour earlier, just because like I don't know what to do with the downtime between recording that and stream starting. I feel like might get tired and go like nap zone and then miss stream or something. So I don't know. We can talk about that. I'm thinking about it. I honestly, I'll probably just do it. Like I don't know what else to do. I'll just have this spare hour or like 2 hours in the morning where I'm just sitting around like fully dressed, ready to go, and I got nothing to do because I'm gonna stream. Like I want to stream, and so I'd rather do that. You know. I know, Viata, right? Literally, we've come full circle because we were talking about that very first thing early this morning. I'm like, I think Nurbles was in here saying like he doesn't let Misty run alone, and I was like, as much as that's shitty, doesn't let, you know, like who the fuck lets Misty do anything? Let's be real. It's cute that he thinks that he knows it. But like it's such a sad world we live in that it's better to be safe than sorry. Like you're not proving anything by winning. I'm not proving anything by walking my dogs in the dark alone and getting away with it, but it definitely proves something if I get snatched. And I'm just not taking those chances. My legs could get swept so easy. It's such a stupid world we live in, but like Viata's right. It's a fact of life. People get fucking snatched. All people. And when there's lights and stuff, it's safer, sadly. I know. I mean, I try to walk, honestly. I walk very lit paths. Like, I don't try to walk in very dark neighborhoods where there's not, like, street lamps and shit like that. But honestly, it's false senses of security, right? Nurbles is fucking amazing, and they are. They're perfect for each other, seriously. I'm very happy that he's aware of the way the world is, and he's there for her. Because it's real. I mean, we were talking about it earlier today. Like, I try to be as safe as possible, and I'm not someone who lives in a state of fear. But, like, if it's easy to be safe and not risk my life, I'm gonna do that. Which sucks. Honestly, that whole self-preservation thing. God, what a lame concept. No, it is though. It's such a shitty thing. But I am thinking about starting earlier. So if you guys are like East Coast or whatever, that'd be good. Or if you're on the other side of the pond, I guess that's advantageous. You get a couple more hours of me in the morning. If not, I don't know. It's easier, honestly, when there's more sunlight because I can stretch stream and I can go later and later and it doesn't really matter. But man, this time of year, it's literally like gets dark by 4:30. It's crazy. 4 actually. It's wild. Wait, you have a state called Fear? Literally. Kind of, which is so stupid. Take a D10 with walks on. Dude, I'd need one for the dogs. It's spelled tech. Texas. Yeah, exactly. Like, not wearing headphones. So, you know, like hearing your surroundings is a good way to walk if you have to walk alone. Being able to hear your surroundings, good, safe way to stay safe. Not wearing headphones. I know all of us want to wear headphones all the time, but it's stupid. That's how people sneak up on you. That's how a car accidentally hits you. You know what I mean? Wearing bright clothing, again, so cars don't hit you. Shit like that. I know you guys are smart. I don't need to fucking lecture you all day. I'm gonna raid my boy Smoke Look and go walk my dogs before I lose sunlight. But tomorrow, I've got 1, 2, 3. 3. I've got 3 beautiful musics to listen to from y'all, and then we're diving immediately into BioShock Infinite because, according to Knives, it's going to take longer than I thought, and I don't Like, I would like to play it. So if you like BioShock Infinite DLC, it's actually really cool. I don't want to spoil it. Like, without spoiling it, the DLC really takes a fucking bend, really twists it, and you get to do some pretty cool shit. I don't know. It's interesting. You get a different view. I enjoy it a lot. It was unique, and I like that out of DLC. DLC shouldn't be like paying to fix like a wrecked game they released broken. DLC should be some fucking mind-blowing content that I'm paying for, you know what I mean? And they do that. I think they did a really good job. And it's a world that I want to walk around and look. You'll see. I'm not gonna spoil it. Kate, shut up. Don't worry about it. All right. I'm gonna raid my boy Smokealope because he's just a really fucking good time and he's got a smoothing voice. Katie. I'm saving the music. Tomorrow we shall listen and then we shall play. Please take care of yourselves. Don't forget your joy. Drink water, load a bowl, and be kind. There was one other. Oh, later this week on Friday for Faded Friday, I want to talk about what kind of what kind of charity. Every December, I try to pick a charity, and we just like because every once in a while people will be like, Katie, I'd like to send you a Christmas gift, and I'm like, how about just giving this charity $20? That's as a kid, that was like my favorite thing in the world to do. Was my mom would take me and my siblings to the mall. We didn't know where else to go to do this, but that's at the mall. They had what was called the Giving Tree, and my mom would let us and all my siblings go around the tree, and we each got to pick an ornament off the tree, and the ornament was a kid who was in a disadvantaged situation of some kind and literally didn't have a Christmas. Like they don't get a holiday because their family is so disadvantaged or whatever. And my mom would then take us all to Walmart and we'd get to pick out stuff for our kid and then send it to them. And it's totally anonymous, but it always made me feel good as a kid. Like I felt really cool knowing because I don't know, I never was into like the surplus of getting gifts, but being able to give someone, even though they have no idea where it came from or who the fuck did it, I remember being very little and feeling good about this, which is a good sign, I think. But it feels good. There's so many people out there that need shit, like super basic stuff. Socks, slippers, a fucking coffee mug, basic stuff that just like make your day go by a little bit nicer. Just stuff like that. I like doing stuff like that. So if you guys know of a specific charity that you know is legit, trusted, et cetera, because I'm gonna run it through the ringer if you suggest it. And if it's sketchy, I'm gonna give you shit for it. But there's actually websites dedicated to like lists of what's the word? Legitimate charities out there. Ones that aren't, stealing money from kind people or something like that. Um it feels good. I mean, I feel like it feels more charitable around the holidays because there's just so much excess and consumption around the holidays. It helps like, when you've eaten something that's too fatty or too savory and you need like an acid cut. I feel like it helps a little bit with that because it just feels so. I know more people go shopping for themselves this time of year than they do other people because of sales and stuff. It starts feeling very. There is a lot of excess, and it just goes. I mean, it goes in. I feel like during the holidays, it's wild. I know some people that like have separate, savings accounts just for Christmas because they blow so much money, and it's. I wish it wasn't about that. No shade. Take care of your loved ones and do what you want to do. I just wish it wasn't like that. I hope not, Kane. That's heartbreaking. I'm gonna do some research and look for some, but I just wanted to say because today's Wednesday, right? That gives everybody like if you hang out, if you want to hang out and like talk about what kind of charity. Because I've tried to pick a new one every year. We do St. Jude's like outside of Christmas when everybody else. I think it's like springtime-ish, like early late springtime when like all of Twitch's sphere is like St. Jude's. We're doing it together. That's usually when I hit the St. Jude's nobbin. But for Christmas, I tried to pick something different, just unique. We've done what is it? The Tyler Project? Is it the Tyler Project? I feel like I just totally miss, the one that's like to help kids who are, feeling like self-harming or etc., unaliving themselves. We've done Child's Play, excuse me, done. We've raised money for Child's Play. We've done a lot. I mean, I don't mind repeating, but I'll probably put up a poll or something like that, and then we can just. All of them are good. Let's be honest. There's no bad choice. That's the problem. It's really hard to pick because there's no bad choice. They all fucking need things. They need stuff. Dude, absolutely, Kel. Seriously, that's the cool thing is I like being recommended charities I haven't heard of. Like I'd never heard of the Tyler. Is it the Tyler? Trevor Project. It's not Tyler, it's Trevor Project, right? I knew I was fucking saying the wrong name. Why did my brain do that? I think it's the Trevor Project. But I had never ever heard of that before. You guys informed me of that one. And it's since then gotten a lot of notoriety, which is cool. But like it's fun to, find legitimate good smaller charities that are aiming for like things like preventing lupus, or like there's autism charities out there, et cetera, that aren't given the attention because maybe they just don't have a celebrity backing them. She's a bitch. Da-na-na-na. Ow. Anyways, I'm gonna go bitch off now. Shall we pre-cheers? Because it's literally like 1 minute on my clock to 4:20. I feel like that's worthy of a cheers, right? Yeah, it's 2 minutes, right? Yeah. Trevor's a great one. We've helped the Trevor Project multiple times. They're very legit. I can't remember the website. I'll look it up though. I'll do some research the next couple nights. I didn't grind up anyway. I'll just take the last hit. Cheers, lovers. It's a Cole. Seriously, Donna, if you figure out what it is, bring it. You can bring it tomorrow or Friday, either day. And then I'll go through and I'll vet them and make a list, and we'll do some voting and shit and do that because I love doing stuff like that. It just feels so much better. When you look at what some people need, it really puts into perspective, like, you don't really need shit, you know? Like, I think I need until I see what people need, and then I'm like, oh, fuck me, dude. I don't need shit. I don't need anything. I'm good. There are people that truly, truly, truly need. On that note, tomorrow, BioShock Infinite. Friday's Faded Friday, which means more awesome music. Please bring music and cool videos and stuff like that. We just basically binge that and get super high all day, and it's really fun. And then we'll talk about the charities and stuff before the super highs so I can actually write them down legibly. Drink water, pee after sex and self-loving, and take care of yourself. Thank you for enjoying today with me. I'm sorry we didn't get to BioShock, but honestly, I had a blast and we got good music. Bye.